Hello and welcome back to the Metropol Grid. Oh, hello and welcome back. Oh, that worked. Welcome back to the Metropol Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have some technical issues right now. If you're watching on Twitch, how's it going? The YouTube stream just isn't up. I struggled with it for a while now, and I don't know what exactly is going on. So we'll hopefully fix that sometime soon. For now, I'm just going to be recording this stream, and we'll just dump it onto there in a second after this is done. But apologies to the YouTube crowd. Hopefully you found your way over here on Twitch. It's just not working. Don't know why. Never run into that problem before. It just won't connect. I think we streamed for about 6 seconds. Gullet, what's up? How you doing? Parallel as well. Hey Andre. Hey chat. How you doing? Also Syncopate. How you holding up? Happy Thursday. It is May 21st, he said, while looking down at the bottom of his screen. And it's a special day. I'm wearing these headphones, which means we got a guest. Let me hit some buttons. I'm gotta re-add you. I'm with Pat. Pat, sorry, 1 second. Just gonna add Pat back to this call. Pat Cam. St. Patrick's Day. Yo, Thanos, what's up? Running says good, just making some curry. That sounds quite all right. What are you putting in there? And there was Pat. And suddenly there's Pat. Yo, Pat, what up? Is your audio in? Yeah, you should be good. How's it going, dude?
Not too bad. How about you?
Not too bad at all. You don't see my screen, but you're there and you're right underneath me. It's good to have you. How you been these last couple weeks?
It's been fine. Things have been fine. I'm going to say fine.
Things have been fine. All right, that's okay.
Been fine.
Yeah, fine.
No, I've actually been really busy these past few weeks. Like, if anything, more social than I was before lockdown. Like, I'm just doing so much on Discord, on Roll20, on stuff like that.
What kind of stuff have you been doing?
A lot of RPGs. Been playing Blades in the Dark, D&D, Monster of the Week on Roll20, and besides that, like gaming with you every now and then.
Yeah.
Been playing some asynchronous Civ 6. That's been pretty fun.
Nice. Yeah, Civ 6 is free. I think today's the last day to pick it up, if I'm not mistaken. If you want, sorry.
Today's the first day. It just went on. It just went free.
Oh, just went free. So if you want to get that on, it's the Epic Store, right? You just make an account and grab it. I haven't played Civ 6 yet. I own it. I played a lot of Civ 5, but I think that's something we ought to start at some point soon.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Gullet Crusher says hi to Hey Pat,
hey.
as so does Parallel. Trying a chickpea curry, never done one before. Excited. Yo, chickpeas are really nice. They're very flexible. It's good stuff. Yo, Andre Pat, looks like he's been chopping down some trees, rocking. Hey, nice shirt, Pat.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to. Technically, it's illegal here, but no one stopped me. So
no, it's also like it's kind of, if you are a Canadian, you get one at an age, or if you like successfully immigrate, they give you one of these shirts.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're legally required to chop down one tree while wearing this shirt.
But then you have to replant 5.
Right, of course.
Yeah, of course. No, we keep this country running somehow. Civ 6 stream. Yo, Roberto, what's up? Hey, Andre. Hey, Remote Pat. Yo, how you doing, Roberto? How you holding up? VK as well. Hey, Metropolians. How's it going? Never knew that about Canada. The more you know. Yeah, no, it's actually like it's a really big thing, and it's actually been part of the heritage for the last 200 years. How old is Canada? 250? 300?
150?
150? What a joke, this country. Just a flash in the pan, or whatever the expression is. When my stepdad got his citizenship, he got one at the ceremony. Yeah, exactly. No, I think there's it's an important part. Otherwise, they can't tell. They've been giving out passports modernly, but otherwise, it's kind of hard to tell who's who. So, what are we doing today, dude?
I guess we're going to start with the deck list of the week.
This is Rotage's Piper. There's so many Wiper decks that Rotage has been playing for a long time. I guess Diaper is the other deck, which has nothing to do with Blue Sun. And this deck list is something I saw in tournaments. This was played, I believe, at Fight Night. And I think this was also played at one of the store championships last weekend, which was, I forget what the name was, but there was a store championship, if I'm not mistaken, in it was in Belgium? It was in Belgium? I forget. But this deck had a terrible showing at that tournament, at least in the top cut, from my understanding. I saw somebody flood up really bad, but it's a weird deck. There's a lot of interesting includes that you might not expect. I think a big thing of Rotage is Rotage has been playing Neural EMPs, and like every deck they play that also plays Punitive Counter-Strike. I've seen Neural EMPs in HB decks that Rotage has been playing, but we got Punitive, which is big. It's not even like 5/3s, right? Like we're playing Punitive with 2 global foods, and everything else is 4/2s. Just on the basis that neural EMP sometimes just lets you just get that distance just a bit further.
Yep. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
I see one very special include.
What's that?
One
This
psychic field.
Yeah, so they say in the write-up that this is specifically 419 hate, and the cool thing about this is you put it into a remote with 419, and once they get shocked by it, you pull it back to hand, right? You bounce it with Blue Sun, and then you just do it over and over again until they give up on exposing, which is really fun. Yeah. And also, you do have neural EMP, right? Like, if they run this, you're happy.
Yeah, and like, you can keep doing it every single turn. Like, they don't know. The first thing you install every single turn could be a psychic field, or it could not be so.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. Yo, Inf Alpha Law, how's it going? Hey, Andre slept through grade 10 social studies. I think we called it history at that time, but I slept through some social studies. Baza as well, how's it going? Happy Thursday to you.
I slept through home ec. Like, I'm a good cook now, but...
You had home ec?
Yeah, we had home ec.
Was it mandatory?
Yeah.
What age?
And the other half was like machining and robotics.
What grade?
This was grade 9, I think.
Whoa, that was not... Home ec was an elective that was open at like 10 and 11 back in Ontario. But yeah, so for that basis, it's like a heavily gendered course. And I don't think the education was particularly good. Like, I don't know, when people think of home ec, I think a lot of people think of baking stuff and cooking. But I think there's so much more that goes into like running a household that's not well taught in schools. Like how the fuck to do like accounting and, you know, even fucking cleaning should be taught.
Yeah, it didn't cover accounting. It covered like very basics of cooking and some sewing, I think, was the other thing.
Oh yeah, like sewing is important, like darning and that sort of basic stuff. Yeah, that's really cool. I wish we had that though. Shame. Yeah, I think America has a different. We had grade 9 home ec industrial arts, as VK. Jankovic said we had home ec baking and sewing. We sewed a stuffed animal. Cute. We sewed a bag. Oh, cool. Did you do practical stuffs, by the way, in like shop class? Like what was the thing that you had to make?
Yeah, so by the end, like we made a gumball machine.
Oh, out of wood?
Yeah, out of wood. That you just like, you turned a crank and you could like drop a gumball in and it would deliver a gumball.
Gullet says the same thing. We made a gumball machine. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, Gullet Crusher. Did you go to... No, I don't want to say my high school.
Yeah, I never took wood shop. I took drafting, which was like a later thing in high school.
Yeah.
Which was fun. But one of the things that they did is that they had organized competitions where you would build a wooden car and then put in like CO2 cartridges into the back and then you'd race them. And I had like my best friend growing up. He was like, okay, I know what I have to do. I have to make a car that's aerodynamic, and just built an arrow and put wheels on it because I think he got hung up with what he thought that word was. Mm-hmm. And like, we can't shit talk him because he won everything. The thing sailed like an arrow. It was so good.
Yeah, we had drafting too. Drafting was one of my favorite courses because you're just drawing all day.
Yeah. But that was like the course where they taught you like, oh, here's the work triangle in the kitchen. Somehow that came up and stuff like that because we were actually like arranging rooms and stuff. I love that shit. Alberta has a class in grade 12 called Career and Life Management. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really necessary. Wait, arrow like a bow and arrow or a mouse pointed arrow? No, like a bow and arrow. It was literally just a poorly carved wooden arrow. It was what do they call this? Cursor? Yeah. Anywho, this is Blue Sun. We also have 3 Chiashis, which is a big deal because we have 3 building blocks and 3 oversight AI. It's worth knowing, I guess, when I've been playing Blue Sun, like modernly, I actually won't put 3 of each of these copies of cards unless I'm running a lot of barriers because I find that if you can draw really awkwardly in this matchup, it's terrible. Like if you draw your Chiashis and you don't draw your building blocks, because like the economy of this deck is really strong if it gets going, but if it doesn't get going, it's really bad. Like you don't have IPOs. Like it's basically hedge fund and res your big ice with building blocks or oversight AI or bust. And they can contest oversight AI if you don't get it in the early game. And it's not like you have hard hitting news or anything to punish them if they do make a run. But it's like really dependent on how well you draw. And also if they know the deck list, anything you jam in the remote is an agenda. There's no NGO fronts. That's it. It's just like agendas or nothing. But also most of our agendas or like a large part of our agendas are face up. I think the last interesting agenda is this agenda, which probably needs to see a bit more play. This agenda is really cool. And if you ever do the suffer 5 beat damage, if you like install advance this thing, because a lot of people won't take the 2 tags. The 2 tags is not actually that scary because we don't have boom specifically, and it's hard to score this while having 2 clicks left to threaten boom. But if they ever do take the 5 meat damage, which if they don't have enough cards in their hand, they just can't. If they do take the damage, they die to neural, unless of course hard hitting news. I mean, sorry, I've had worse. Excuse me. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, let's try it out.
Cool. All right. So Pat sees our screen. We are screen sharing here. So Pat, you're going to be calling the shots as much as I will promise to like sit back and not backseat. But
all right,
know
let's
how
see how
this
works.
is. Yeah, right. Oh, wait. I need to add it. I play this agenda in my regional Argus. Tempo hit is pretty good. It's like a really strong tempo hit. Like even if they have to draw up against Argus, it's good. If they have to clear the tags against Argus, it's good. If you trash like a film critic because they have 2 tags, it's good. Like it's a really cool surprise. And I've also not played around it properly. I've seen people do install advance and then next score advance and then leave it. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then you die because it's either 5 damage into neural or whatever. Or
or a boom or a high profile target or something.
Yeah, it's really scary. Even if you just like wipe 2 resources, a lot of times that can be game winning.
Yep.
Blue Sun. So for those who don't know, Blue Sun is an ability that says at the beginning of your turn, so before you mandatory draw, you can return a rezzed card to your hand and you get the cost of that card refunded. So the idea is that you res some of your big ice for free or cheap. We're talking about Chiashis and Orions, which is another big barrier in the deck. And then you return that to hand. And then you make, sometimes like that's 14 credits if you return an Orion that's been Overstate-eyed. This deck is one of the worst deck lists of the week I've seen in a while, says VK. Ooh, that is strong criticism. I totally believe that this deck can be absolutely crazy good if you draw the nuts. And I think you actually have to play it really well. We saw some really interesting decks. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, was it Chris Dyer who had this like really weird Blue Sun list that didn't have Overcity Eyes or Blue Sun or Building Blocks in it, that was published like a year and a half ago, and it had Fairchild 3s, and it was just like a really difficult deck to play perfectly, but if you did, it was really strong. And I feel like Blue Sun's also an easy ID to misplay because a lot of times people like bounce ice that they don't need to, and they just end up spending clicks doing nothing, rebuilding their board state.
Yeah.
VK, why do you say it's one of the worst deck lists of the week? Oh, Pat, your video keeps changing size based off of it like changing quality. So hopefully this is not too weird. We'll see.
I can make sure I'm not downloading anything on Steam.
I think it's usually on my side if it's a problem, but yeah, I guess that helps.
Right.
Are you wired or wireless?
Right now I'm wireless.
Ooh.
I know it's risky. Yeah, I think next time I'll try it with my other laptop. This is my work laptop right now.
Your work laptops are nice.
Yeah, they are.
I miss those work laptops. Bold move.
Ooh,
all right, so we're against Lat, which means probably fewer stim hacks than before. Our opening hand, Pat, we don't have an Overstate AI. We don't have a big ice. We have a preemptive. How do you feel about that? How's it going?
I don't know. I mean, like it wouldn't be a bad hand if it wasn't Blue Sun.
Yeah, right. Like we really want to push for our Overstate AI or Building Blocks, right?
Do we hard mulligan?
Yeah, well, hard mulligan. This hand is like keepable, but like this is technically better.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Okay. Yeah.
VK says punitive deck with a bunch of 2-pointers, neutrals that might not do anything, neurals, that might not do anything. Synergy is just so weird. Yeah, it seems strange. It definitely does seem weird. All right, so we got some good ice. We got some good ice for centrals. Ice that doesn't end the run, but is annoying and taxing to deal with, that are also punishing on face checks. Let me just rearrange the screen, Pat. And we're against Lat, who has 1 link and wants to end, 3 of a kind, and wants to end with the same amount of cards in hand that we do. What do we do?
Let's go down to 3 cards. Let's play Hedge Fund, Ashtar.
That goes on HQ almost always?
Yeah.
And do we do mouse remote or mouse R&D?
I think the mouseless on the right goes over R&D.
Okay. The right one. My right or your right?
Stage right.
Stage right. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Starboard.
So, So yeah, lat it's pretty flexible. Like you don't even have to build into lat too heavily, I think, to get some good value from it, as long as you're getting the card draw. But when we go down to 3 cards, sure, it's bad for us. It limits our options. It makes agenda densities higher usually in HQ, but at least they won't get that free draw. Yeah, high roll it, I think is right. Simulchip coming down with whistleblower.
Ugh.
So this is one of the newer cards, and it's really good against punitive. But will they use whistleblower on a 2-pointer? Will they call food correctly? Will they call SDS and hope it's not food? Also, it's really, really strong against our face-up agendas, which is really funny.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they just have kind of strength there.
But it's also 1 influence, and it's expensive. Like they went down to 2 credits. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I feel like we should push it. No?
Yeah. Let's draw 1.
Is it just me or the pitch went up? Sounds like the room is filled with helium. It's back to normal? Oh, yeah, Thanos. I don't know what that would be. Sorry, draw 1. Okay, so we just got some mid-range ice. Nothing really to jam. We have Rashidas and agendas. We can draw another, right?
Yeah, draw another. Let's see what happens.
All right, so we want to set up for the score. Unfortunately, our only end to run is the Afshar, which on the remote it's not amazing, but it's okay.
I mean, it might be what we have to do.
Yeah, okay. And then we can like do Veritas install advance, and it just looks like 2 pieces of ice, which is like scary enough.
Yeah.
How's the quality on the stream share, by the way? Can you tell what's going on?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Good to hear. Also, for those watching, let us know if the audio levels are not amazing. Like if Pat's too quiet, I'm too loud. We can balance that out. I'm not going to do a good job at figuring that out right now, I don't think. Ken70, what's up? Don't have to bring in Film Critic. Yeah, I guess not. They also threw out Freedom through Equality, and they just clicked for 3 credits. They did get their free card draw. We also have a Ryan for the remote that we can't res. Do you want to jam?
Yeah, let's just jam it.
Veritas or the Code Gate?
I think let's do Veritas.
Okay. So it's very easy for them to call Whistleblower in this agenda, but I don't think they will. Not really an agenda you care. It doesn't have any on-axis steals. You're not worried about the punitive, let alone we're not threatening lethal.
No additional cost, right? There's no benefit using Whistleblower at all.
Not at all. Marco J, how's it going? Also, are you on YouTube tonight? No, we've had an issue. YouTube wouldn't stream. I struggled with it for about 10 minutes before we decided to just... The show has to go on. So I'm recording this and I'll upload it onto YouTube after. How's it going? Okay, so we can in theory bounce nothing. We score it? Do we leave it?
Yeah, just score it. Let's keep going.
You don't want to leave it on the table?
To maybe make more money out of it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the greed. Like, there's no evidence that Lat can get in.
No, it really doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try it, sure.
All right, they're drawing up 2 with Earthrise. They only have 6 credits to their name. They played 1 gamble, and the Simulchip doesn't really do anything for them. So greedy? Huh. Gotta renovate. So the issue about playing a Blue Sun deck is it's very likely for it to be the deck list of the week. So people can kind of tell that we have Punitive and that we don't have NGO and other traps like that. Rozeki coming down, that's a slow economy. Hopefully we go a bit faster than this. We also do have a single Audacity, so if we get to 5 points, we can Audacity out an Atlas to close the game off. Do we also have Hostiles? I don't know if we do. No, we don't have Hostiles.
No.
They're just clicking for credits, so they're going to be ending up throwing out 3 cards from their hand, which is a lot, but sometimes that's okay with Simulchip. So what's next turn?
So Oaktown, you have to get above 5.
Ooh, falsified. Good combo with Whistleblower, but they threw out 1. They threw out an Insight, so it looks like they're on the Insight into Top Hat combo with Freedom through Equality, so getting a border control and R&D would be kind of strong. Yeah. Not actually that strong.
So with Oaktown, can you remind me, you have to get to...
So now if I advance it, or if we advance it, we get 2 credits.
And then if you advance it again, you get...
2 credits. Yeah, so now it's a Magnum Opus. So do we just like Magnum install Rashida, or do we like Magnum install Rashida, put ice on R&D?
I think Magnum install Rashida, put ice on R&D.
Okay. That's cool because then we're down at 4 cards, which is hard for them, or harder for them with the Earthrise. We could pre-res this to play around Falsified, but if they run it, I think we're okay with it. There's Beth. It's going to be okay with our big credit numbers. There's another weird tech card, the Buffer Drive. It lets them recur falsifieds in a pinch if they need to.
Okay.
Let alone their pseudo film critic. And we haven't seen a restricted card, so like, is this worth more than film critic? It depends what the restricted card is. It's obviously a less flexible card.
What would the restricted card in lot be, I wonder?
Paperclip?
Paperclip, yeah.
Oh, Mad Dash?
Oh, Mad Dash works with the
in theory, yeah.
Yeah, with the top hat combo.
Yeah. Ngolo VK says probably it could be Ngolo, yeah. We haven't seen a lot of breakers. Maybe they're just on Ngolo. I don't know if Ngolo's that good anymore. It's like it's incredibly expensive and their deck isn't showing a lot of money. Like they're so far from installing Ngolo and making a run, and Lat really can't stim hack Ngolo out too elegantly. So I don't know. I know the deck, should I spoil it?
Wait till later, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you, Thanos, though. Clicking for credits. All right, so we'll get off the Rashida. They threw out a misdirection, so they have access to it. So I think they either know our list or just are comfortable enough with misdirection for simulchip to get the flexibility. So game 3, draw 3. We have a border control. That's good for the remote. We can jam the second Rashida. I think that's definitely the play here, and then we could set up. Where do you want to put the ice? And this is the problem that we had. Like, we have no building blocks, no overstate AI, and we have like 5 ice in our deck that cost more than 12 credits.
Yeah, I feel like that number of building blocks doesn't make sense for this deck.
It's a good card, though.
Yeah. All right, so jam Rashida, put the board control over...
We need the other remote to be able to win, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm tempted to put it over R&D, but...
But, like, it doesn't stop top hat. They just run back.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put it on the remote.
Okay, we'll put Rashida. Where do you want the last dice? I imagine we put something on R&D.
Yeah, I suppose make it tough for them to get in. Something cheap.
Are we worried about Archives for some reason? This is not an Apocalypse list. Yeah, we'll put on R&D.
What a great Apocalypse list this would be.
Since they have freedom, it feels like Mad Dash is even more likely. Yeah, maybe that's overkill, though. There's a piece, so we got more money. They're going to get 5 clicks now because we're over 17, and that's great. They can't run this turn, which means that this is an Atlas would get a free score. But yeah, they're setting up. This is the weird card, which a lot of times means insight into top hat, which is actually incredibly hard for people to deal with. And they're actually just like not interacting with us and drawing through a deck, so they actually might even be a more uninteractive combo deck. They also do have an access to a Palangi, which means that they can break 2 types of ice if they pull out 1 breaker.
If they pull out a breaker.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Veritas doesn't cost them a breaker, so it's not amazing for the remote. If they hit a Tithonium, it's pretty good. Falsified, calling asset, they got it correctly, so now we're Res Rashida, so that's a falsified down, and they got 4 credits off of that, so now they're going to have about the same money as me, and Lat did just draw there. Gain 3 and 3, draw 3, so we have our second punitive, we have the Atlas.
Let's just put down the Atlas with a token with an advancement on it, I think.
And we're cool to throw away cards?
I mean, I think we are. We've got a lot of ice out here.
Okay, then we'll play Hedge Fund.
Yeah.
All right, preemptive is a shuffle. Double punitive is interesting if they can't whistleblower it correctly, but this looks like an Atlas every day of the week. A Whoredom and probably Tithonium.
Does whistleblower prevent punitive?
Yeah. Oh, no, it doesn't even. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, cool. Do you want to keep the Tithonium, which is a better face check, or the Ryan, which is something we can building blocks out for 10 credits?
I think I'd rather keep the Tithonium.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Orion seems bad. I don't know. I think I would have kept the Orion. Like, it's easy for them to break it if we overstate AI, but building blocks is a 10 credit play. And then you don't want to building blocks Tithonium because then they hit it. And I don't think Tithonium's going to fire on the face check because they have a Plongi in the bin. There's an SMC. There's the top hat. Yeah, so that's the combo. So that's all they're going to do, really, is just sit back, hit Insight, and run 8. The cool thing is, like, we have very few 3-pointers, so it's going to take them usually 3 agendas to win, unless they do Freedom and Mad Dash at the same time, which they probably do.
They might, yeah.
So, not much we can do about it. Border control is good against Mad Dash.
Could you hover over top hat again? I just want to ignore that.
So basically, when they run R&D, they say 1 or 5, and they access that many card, or that position card off the top of R&D. So with Insight, they rearrange the top 4, and we got to show them where we rearrange them, excuse me. So they'll always get that. Oh, now that we have an Alice token, actually, we can dispel the... Oh, there we have the building blocks. We can actually dispel the top hat.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
So, like, or the Insight, I mean. So that's really strong. And we can also just pull a food and win the game. All right, so it's... I think Tithonium is worse than Border Control.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Or we don't need the preemptive, do we?
Yeah, the preemptive isn't useful yet.
Yeah, we don't need the preemptive.
And there's more than one preemptive anyway, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Roberto says outlet token is good against top hat. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's only one preemptive, so we don't have it here. They're on 5 clicks, 17 credits. There you go. There's the Insight combo. So it's Global Food Initiative, Neural EMP, Psychic Field, Building Blocks. So we'll put the Global Food Initiative down. We'll do Neural. It really doesn't matter because we're going to shuffle the deck anyways. I doubt you ever punitive them? I don't know. We could punitive them right now. Like if they run R&D, they die to punitive. Like we don't have to use the Alice token.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how much money they spend to get in. We'll see.
I don't think there's anything that, like, probably here the best case is they install Oilers, so they break Mouselesses relatively cheaply.
Yeah.
So it's Mouseless. What is this? Is it 3 Mouseless? Wait, we put 3 Mouseless on R&D? What's wrong with us? Yeah, this is exactly what we thought this was. So whatever. Yeah, this combo is like, it was pretty strong a while ago. And now we threw out the preemptive, so we don't have any proactive shuffle if they don't run here. So we'll res the Mouseless and see how this goes. And then at the worst case, we'll just use the Atlas token.
Yeah. I mean, worst case right now, it's probably Gordian, right?
Yeah, Gordian would be bad. I actually think Euler would be better. It depends. I don't know what the strength to break to boost Euler is, but Euler breaks subs for 0. It's really good. Like Gordian, they still end up spending Gauss, and then so it's Gauss and Euler. Like, can't we just let them get the agenda and punitive them?
I don't think so. Like, people are saying in chat, Lat is going to drop to 6. Most likely, right?
Oh, yeah, it depends how many cards they have in hand. Yeah, you're right. You can't punitive them unless we triple. No, we'll draw the Neural. We do Neural, punitive, they die.
What a turn that'll be.
Wait, did we put the Neural on top? Yeah. Yeah, oh, it's a Surfer.
Oh, wow.
That's so expensive. That's fine. Yeah, they're dead. This is why you play Neural. Did they even break it? Like, we could definitely Alice token, but I think they just die.
Yeah, I think so. It goes. Yeah. That'll be an awesome way to kill them.
Yeah, they also ran out of money. Fire and broken subs. Okay. So we hit a piece in our time. They're going to take a tag and a net damage. Yeah, they're 100% dead. Man, that run was so expensive. They installed Gauss, Pelongi, Surfer, have to use Surfer. So we can also just res this next Mouseless, which I don't think there's a reason not to do.
Sure. Yeah.
No, there's no reason.
Well, I think the reason is, do we want to kill them with double punitive or with punitive EMP?
That's a really good point.
Yeah, thank you.
Gullet says, I think they got a bit ahead of themselves with the combo. Yeah, they did. In theory, we're threatening install advance. I don't think they can contest the remote. So we're going to fire this one. So they lost a Mad Dash, and now they're going to steal 4 points, or 3 points in theory, because of it's a food. Jessica, what's up? Sorry, just got here, so you may know, but you aren't streaming on YouTube. No, we've had problems, Jessica, on YouTube. It wouldn't stream today. I don't know what. I have to look into it, but it just wouldn't launch the stream. We tried like 3 or 4 times, so it's just Twitch, and I'll record this and put it up on YouTube. But glad you can make it here. How's it going? Yeah, so now they die to punitive Neural. In theory, they don't have to access the agenda.
Yeah.
Just because that's a shame. Yeah, it's a bummer. It definitely is a bummer. Pat was here too, so it was going to be a fun stream. That's still cool.
Pat's here too, so it's still a bummer. It's
yeah, that's not what I said.
I just kind of got snuck in and
awful week. Thankfully getting better, or choose to believe that. Oh shit, I hope everything's okay. Sorry to hear. I mean, if they don't access, you just slam at the remote and win that way. Yeah, they're at 1 credit. It's the Decklist, so we could be GG straight away. It is, yeah, it definitely is. It's GG no matter what they do, really. Like they're on going to be on 2 credits.
Yeah, that's true. Like if they don't steal anything here, we can just
Oh, we
move
just
on, right?
well, we don't draw the agenda, so it won't be. Well, we could just Atlas for the agenda, so yeah, it will be, and it will have the neural and punitives in hand. Yo, Tensionlink. I mean, if you don't actually, yep, excuse me. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all too. So there's the choice here is either to lose to damage or not. Top Hat choosing to steal the Global Food Initiative, and they're going to draw that one cute card with Lat, which generally means they're safe to punitive, but we do have the neural attack, AGG. And we're going to kill them with the neural for sure. So we don't have to boost here. They have one link.
Yep.
With Atlas also you can do double neural. Like you can just pull neurals, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Hey, good game. Yeah, that's expensive. Like they spent a lot of money for that run. They went from 17 down to 1 credit trying to get all this stuff up. And I think actually like this card, oh, Insight's free. Wild. I'm actually like really surprised that Insight Top Hat isn't played more consistently. Like there's almost no counterplay to it. The only counterplay is shuffling your deck. And back in the day, that was actually possible. People were attacking Miraju. You saw a bunch of like Shaper decks that would just like mill through the deck as quickly as possible and play this combo 3 times and then levy and do it again and do it again. And then Miraju and R&D was basically an issue because it forces a shuffle in R&D. Atlas token works, and I don't think there's a lot else that works. I think at the time you did have Executive Bootcamp, but it's not really a card you put in your deck for the matchup. You want to do one more?
Yeah, of course.
So far I'm seeing the things that I thought would happen with this deck, where if you just draw in a weird order, it's like so many of your cards are really hard to get value out of. But hey, Blue Sun. What have you been playing recently? What's the last tournament you played in? It's been a while, hasn't it?
So it's not the last one, but the one before that. I think I was running a Leela deck that was mostly net deck with some minor changes, but I had some fun with that. Still having fun with Leela before she gets rotated away.
Is she going to?
Yeah, I think they've confirmed that she won't be part of the next core set.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And besides that, like, mostly I fall back on my old, like, I tried a sports metal punitive deck that was using Project Vacheron.
Yep.
That's a fun one, and it ended up having some fun games with it, but it's not strong.
Yeah, so, Vacheron's a hell of a card, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of Leela, it looks like you summoned her. Protogenic, I think, was in our last lobby, so they know what we're playing. We opened with 2 Chiashis, which are really good if we top deck a Building Blocks or Oversight AI, considering we have, 6 and 44. Border Control Mouseless is okay. With Leela, the early turns are really important. How do you feel about this hand?
I don't feel great about it, honestly.
You want a mulligan?
Yeah, let's mulligan, see if we can get an Oversight or something.
Okay. I think this hand is probably a bit better.
Yeah.
Baza says, Jessica, hope your week does indeed look better from here. Oh, good to hear. That's really nice. Raju was about a fair bit with indexing, so Top Hat Insight wasn't so good, but surprised it hasn't come back since. Yeah, Mirage could see play. Oh, we did draw the Building Blocks, but obviously different hand. So against Leela, you generally in the early turns want to ice up enough so they can't get that access and get the bounce, so I think we do what we have to. It looks like a border control on HQ, which never feels amazing, but we can always move it later.
It's going to be okay against a criminal, right?
Yeah, it's okay, but the thing is, like, once you pop this to doof, like, then you have nothing on HQ.
Yeah.
And then we'll put this on R&D, which is basically where you want it. We probably ice up all our centrals in this game because of Amakua threat, let alone maybe Sneak Door, but Sneak Door isn't that possible. I'm finding Runner kind of meh right now. I guess I miss Inject. Inject was a rough loss.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hostage for Caddy Jones. That's like old school. And they have the pad tap, which we need a trash on site because it does fire off of our ability.
Yeah, that's true. That's
a good hit.
Okay.
I'm just playing our hand, huh?
Yeah.
Now, if we trash this, we can't res HQ, so I don't think we can. I think we draw once here, unfortunately. That was the worst order. Ooh, that's even worse. This gets awkward if they run HQ. It kind of does. Falsified, guessing acid, so we'll pre-res Rashida. So they're drawing up. It looks like they're going to caddy this turn. If we Rashida, it's fine that we can bounce the Chiashi and get the money. Sometimes you don't want to bounce the Chiashi. It's only weak against D-Res effects. Do we bounce the Chiashi here?
Right now, I don't know.
If we fire Rashida, they gain a credit, but I think we have to.
Yeah, you want to bounce it just so we can.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a reason to bounce it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, actually, bouncing it makes that it's easier us for trash the pat tap and threaten everything else. Oh man, imagine they did that exposed to the psychic field.
VK, I can't remember where they said it, but like it's been talked about a lot. I think it must have been a stream I saw with Nisei people talking about how Leela will not be surviving rotation. Like she's in core set 19, but she won't be in core set 20.
Wild.
But yeah, I don't know, I guess she's just powerful enough. Or
we got Fisk. They thought that was an agenda jam. That makes sense. We now have an Afshar for HQ, and it's a gang sign deck, so that makes a lot of sense with the Fisk. So they're going to sit back. They do have an Abagnale, which is not a lot of code gates in this deck. So I think we have to bounce the Chiashi so that we are able to afford the hedge fund into Afshar and HQ.
Yeah, but then we will have to discard some cards, which won't feel.
Yeah, we can discard a Neural, can't we?
Yeah.
Punitive doesn't work against gang sign, mind you. Punitive says stolen on their last turn.
Yeah, that's true.
Having 16 though does make the punitive a bit more scary. So this, yeah, gang sign works around it pretty well. So we'll ice up HQ. I think the remote is fine too. Unfortunately, if we res the remote ice, it's a bit scary. And I think they'll let us have it. I think we throw out the Neural, don't we?
You or do we need the other Chiashi?
Yeah, okay, that's fair too. Well, there we have everything, so that's cool. Fish monk ass. Yo, Pickwin, how's it going? Also, Clickots. Where'd you find the Nisei talk? Pat, you're getting grilled about this. Where are the deets?
Like, I'm just spreading rumors right now. I don't know. Can someone from Nisei come into this chat and back me up, please?
He's projecting. There's a turtle, which gets accesses off the gang sign. No HQ interface yet, so the gang sign seems okay. Obviously, they bounce, and that's a really big reason why getting the, what's it called, and keeping the ice resed is important, so that Leela can't bounce it. I guess bouncing the remote is one of the less bad ones, but there's an idea. So we can double ice all our centrals. We can double ice the remote.
Yeah.
And I think we'll just install this in server 1.
Yeah, might as well.
I guess we're throwing out the Neural.
Sure.
Yeah, throwing out an agenda is not that bad. Well, yeah, they'll probably run with Amakua. It might have been an announcement for System Gateway. They did a chat with a few people. I think it came up then. I definitely heard Leela will likely be leaving way back at Worlds. What? Pat said they're bringing back CI?
I said no such thing. You can't. There's no evidence to be saying that. There will not be a VOD.
So what do we do? Double advance? Or triple advance? I feel like triple advance.
Wow, to get 2 tokens on it? That seems pretty brash.
Well, what else do we do? Like, we can't jam a face-up agenda in the remote, can we? And if we can do a single advance and then repair Leela and then jam the next agenda. They have no money. Like, we can, in theory, jam agendas naked.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to go fast while they don't have cash. Simple beginner ID. CI is fine.
Yeah.
All right, we're scoring this with 1 or with 2? I think we only need 1.
Yeah, we only need 1.
All right, so they're going to fire a single gang sign, so it's 50% of them to get an agenda, which will get them another Leela bounce. Mind you, if this is gang sign, it is a restricted card. They hit a punitive counter-strike. Not even close.
But they are going to bounce some ice.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Our money sucks a bit. Ideally, we want them to bounce like a big fucking Chiashi, and so that we can building blocks it for value.
Yeah.
Do we just install the Global Food Initiative? It's awkward. I think we install the Oaktown and then hope they run.
You hope they run if they install?
Yeah. Fuck
sure,
it.
Sure.
They can't bounce it, by the way, because it's face up. So if they hit something on centrals, this is safer here.
Yeah.
This deck has a lot of 2-pointers for punitive deck. It has mostly 2-pointers, and yet we punitive someone. What the fuck? Yo, our punitive plan is just fucked right now. Their hand size is now 8. It's equal to their credits, but their credits are pretty low. They do have some money on Caddy. Pat, sorry, there's not really a play to make here, is there?
No, that's all right.
There's not really a lot of plays to do in these last couple of turns. Any hostile in the deck? Brick, how's it going? No, nothing. It's foods, 4 2s, 3 2s. That's it. 2 foods. Daily cast coming down.
Again, they haven't really been using Caddy, considering they hostage for her pretty early on.
They got her up to 9 and they used her and then haven't been as aggressive. We were giving them money with pad tap, mind you. So do we just advance score this?
Advanced score, put down GFI?
And then you can do advanced no, we need GFI with 1. Yeah, I think we advance this before there's another gang sign.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we both got a credit off that. All right, they have now only, 2 out of 6, 33%. So they'll bounce something. Please bounce a big barrier. They did it! They bounced a big barrier! That's fucking sick. We'll do server 1, and there it's up. I think we installed the food, right? They'll definitely inside job this, but then we have a Tithonium, and they don't have a barrier breaker. I think that's fine. And if they steal this, they die to punitive. If they steal you punitive, yeah, we could. The thing is, like, their hand size is 13, so the punitives, we could do triple punitive. It's unlikely to work. But, like, why is their hand this big? Are they playing the Run HQ trash thing?
Run HQ embezzle?
No, Fear into the Masses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm bouncing that for the money. So if we just advance this 1, we threaten the win next turn by doing advance Audacity.
Do we have it? Oh, yeah, we can get it Audacity.
Yeah, we can get 1. So do we just credit here?
Yeah, just make sure we can survive whatever comes.
Yeah, because this looks weird. Like, a lot of times you don't think this is the winning agenda despite the 4-3. So if they don't run or get a bounce, we win. And I don't think there's any way to make this unadvanceable because we played around Clot. They have 1 click basically to get a bounce or an axis. Yeah, we win. Yeah, they didn't run, and they thought it would work with only a single gang sign, which unfortunately is a good... Oh, we even chop deck the Audacity. And now gang sign doesn't hit anything. Hey, good game. Cool. I wonder what the hand size is for. You doing anything cool with the hand size? Leela Fun ID? Well, it's like it puts pressure on and it's actually interesting. Like it makes exciting games. It does have a really terrible tendency to snowball. Fear the Masses. I called it!
Oh yeah.
that was the fear. So the idea with Fear the Masses, they run HQ and they make you mill the deck out, but they have to be able to run HQ cheaply a couple times in a row. We do have Afshar border control, which is kind of okay. Obviously, the best case would have the Chiashi on top of it as well, and then they just do that over and over again. You have a game day? Yeah, our opponent didn't do anything, but like most Leelas don't play like this. Like most Leelas are aggressive. They have that threat where it's like, oh, you install events in a remote, which is a very common play right now. I'll run R&D and get a bounce. Like, yeah, Leela is the one idea that you could sit back and do nothing, but I think that's more a problem with gang sign than it is Leela herself. Leela as an ID should lead to fun games that people always seem to dull streets. I've actually seen way less gang sign Leela than I have anything else from Leela. Like we've seen Stealth Leela that was played at our store champs a while ago. Pat, I know you were playing Ngolo Leela, which is just like good stuff Leela largely, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much just good stuff. With the like, what I put, I think I put a Miss Bones in there because I was afraid of seeing a lot of asset spam.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wish Leela's power couldn't affect advanced targets. Oh, but then it would be a horrible power, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Kinchin, how's it going, by the way? You know what? I think we actually should have called it. If someone hostages out for Caddy Jones, it's kind of, and like that's niche, but like that's the play you do see in a Theophilus Bagbiter deck.
Yeah, that's true.
Hostage also is really good with Theophilus, but like that, it's not that we should really have seen that coming, and not really changes how we play. Besides, maybe we would ice HQ once more, but it's wild. Every Leela I play is a gang sign. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Conduit's up. I respect that she's fun and strong ID, but also Leela can burn in hell. I think the biggest issue with Leela is where like you ice HQ and you don't RS R&D, and then they run R&D, get lucky, hit an agenda, then a diversion of funds you, and then your next like 3 turns are like dig out of hell, which is so hard. I had someone follow my Leela opponent to our game to tell me they were running gang sign HQI.
Oh, that sucks.
Ooh, that's so salty.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name is Andre. How's it going? I'm joined by Pat. How you doing, Pat? Actually, if I hit the splash, I think you're gonna be on top of it. Yeah, you don't see it, but you're above It's you got a good booking there. What do you want to do? You want to build?
Yeah, sure. Let's build something.
Let's build something. All right, let me open this up in Chrome. Let's open this up in Chrome. Conduit's up. Hello, good to see you guys still doing this. Hope you're well. Yeah, doing well, doing okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Piox,
I'm
awesome.
in my library at the moment. Just relaxing back here.
What's behind you?
So on this side, I've got mostly like my books, mostly fiction. Up here's like poetry and plays, and a bunch of like board games mixed in around here. I think you can just see War Chest, Codenames, Splendor over here.
I cropped the side of your screen just because there's a Skype watermark. I do see War Chest now and Splendor.
Okay. Here is mostly like mass market paperbacks, and there's a Kate Beaton print. These are like science, nonfiction, stuff like that.
Do you got a Netrunner plaque up there at the top?
I've got my one and only Netrunner Store Champion plaque.
Hey!
With Leela.
Hey, yeah. What is it? Stealth Leela or Gang Sign or just good stuff?
No, this was Leela just after Order and Chaos came out, so everyone was playing Advanced Full Ice, and I just went in there and like bounced them back to hand and ruined a lot of people's day.
Nice.
Yeah,
wait, was that the Store Championship where you had like Gagarin with Cortex Lock? No, that was a regional.
That was a regional, yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
that one, I think for that one I was playing like Grendel. Yeah, I was playing Grendel with all the damage cards I could fit in there.
I remember dying to your Grendel deck more than once. I think I stole Government Takeover in your Grendel deck and died. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Over here is like my dedicated Netrunner shelf.
Here, I cropped you in a bit because I cropped the other side. Yeah, I see your binders and stuff. I also see Imperial Assault.
Oh yeah, Imperial Assault over here.
And for we've played it before, but automobiles is not as good as trains.
No, it's not as good as trains, but I still like it. It's like a pseudo deck builder. And below that is like, you can't see, but then I've got ashes and all my binders for different card games. That's what's behind me. I need to get another bookshelf or a Kallax or something because I've got maybe half my board games on these shelves and the rest have no home. Yeah,
Kallax is the way to do it, I think, economically at least. You got a lot of, you got Kate Beaton fan in chat. I love her comics. VK says a downfall HB ID. I don't think so. I think ASA, but we'll talk about that in a second, I guess. Running says, I love Hark of Vagrant. Is that a Kate Beaton thing?
That's Kate Beaton's web comics used to run.
Ah, cool. Of all the people sitting in front of the bookshelves I've seen this quarantine, I'm disappointed nobody cleared their bookshelf on just having a Kindle sitting alone on a shelf. It's so fun to show your bookshelf behind you, though, right? It's like this is me as all the stuff I've collected. I know people like it. I
am a Kindle user, though. Like most of the books I've bought in the last few years have been ebooks, unfortunately.
Rabbi says, let's build Gang Sign Spoilers, Leela. No, we're not going to do that.
Have I played Imperial Assault solo? I have not, even though there's an app for it.
Oh, really?
Was that?
I didn't know there was an app for Imperial Assault.
Yeah.
I think they officially released print and play rules and / maybe cards today to play Seven Wonders Duel solo.
Oh, cool.
That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Thanos says, I've been running an Asamushin deck that's really rushy 3 psychic fields. Actually, so that's similar. Well, in some ways, I think that's what Pat and we wanted to build today. We want to do some brain damage stuff. HB has an issue with, HB has a lot of assets that are really cool that don't see play. And a lot of them are like brain damagey stuff, and I want to play them. Also, HB has a problem with money. And if you watch the final GNK video that I uploaded yesterday, fully operational is a hell of a card, and an asset's like really trivial to get that going. So I like the idea of playing some sort of HB brain damage kill threat, but also like playing fully operational, going horizontal, which I think is the only reasonable way we can do that is Asa group, just because you get so much efficiency with fully op. How's that sound, Pat?
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Let's try it out.
Cool. So a couple weird cards that we want to play. Let's go look at them. Assets. The idea with the assets, the first time you install a card, you may install additional non-agenda card from HQ in or protecting that server. So for one click, a lot of times you can install asset or agenda and ice in front of it. So you can go really horizontally and have all these things that are single iced, which is good enough, especially with this card fully operational, which I think is like definitely a 3 of in the deck. Sounds good?
Yeah, let's try it.
Jessica, yeah, the GNK videos are so good. Glad you like them. It's actually totally a thing. We have another GNK this Tuesday, question mark?
Yep, it's next week, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. So if you want to join, do drop by if you can. We'll be recording the videos as well. I can tell this deck will be great. Okay, I can't tell sarcasm online, but it'll probably be fine. All right.
Yeah.
Cards I wanted to play. Kawindakalu. Fuck it. It's fun, right?
Yeah, this is a good one. This is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, so when your turn begins Trace X, it gets higher every turn, and then it does a brain damage. If they run it and trash it, it's fine for us because they're going to run through a Gatekeeper or a Hagen or some... Is there any good brain damage ice? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Besides
Tyr?
Oh, yeah, Tyr's... Yeah, we definitely do play Tyr. Tyr's just so good. Let's try 2 of these, whatever. Yo, Antoine, how's it going? I wanted to also play Malia Zaloka, just because Malia Zaloka looks really fun. It's hard to find a deck that gets value out of this. You did see this as a 1 of splash in some decks and some acid metas, just because like when Anarchs were really strong, if they install the Liberated account and you pop res this, like they're fucked and nobody plays around this card. I really like this card. Yeah,
or like if they build up Caddy Jones to a ridiculous degree and then you just blank her.
Yeah, that seems really good. So let's try that. What else is good? We definitely need money, and we can't just run a fully operational. So I think like Maryland campaigns are just good. If we have influence, we can spend it on... We need to figure out what our win condition is, which is like definitely reasonable or meaningful to figure that out.
I mean, if we are doing brain damage, then Thanos is saying baddie plus Tyr.
Plus defective brain chips. It seems like, I don't know. Like when it comes to like the Tyr or Brainstorm and building all that other stuff, like I don't think this ID builds well into it. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, our opponent that we were playing was playing what's it called? A Cybernetics Court, and then they were playing the thing that lets them dump cards, Helheim Servers, which is like a really fun combo. I think Cybernetics Court is just really good in this ID because fully operational does let you draw like 8 cards for a click if you're set up, and this thing's really hard to trash, which means it does stay up for a lot of the game. We could try it.
Yeah.
Calling it now, 5 minutes from now, all these assets will be cut for Team Spawn, Jeeves, whatever. No, Kriyu, how's it going? I don't think so. I think we're actually going to stick to this one because I don't think we're going to be a fast advanced deck. I think we're going to try something a bit different on purpose because I agree that shell is really strong. We probably do play Jeeves, though. Jeeves is good.
Yeah. Am I misremembering? There is an ID. There are IDs that give brain damage, right? Like there's Next Wave 2, I think, that gives brain damage.
Like an agenda? Yeah, that's the only agenda that does it. It's a 4/2 that gets a brain damage if you have a Next Ice rezzed. So this means that we have to run Next Suite, and I need to look what the Next Suite is. I don't think there's any hard end the runs anymore. I think Silver and what was the other one? Silver and not Copper.
No, it was Bronze.
Yeah, right. I know. Here's your Copper medal. Yeah, this is a possibility. Scoring a 4/2 can be a bit hard. I think we have to win off Punitive.
Okay, let's put Punitive in there.
Yeah.
Punitive in 5/3s.
Okay. Oh, I was being sincere. I like the deck idea. Oh, good to hear. Next time is the best Next Ice. Yeah, next time it is that gets me every time. Fuck, there was something else that I was thinking of. Yeah, do we play Currents? And by Currents, I mean, do we play Kill Switch?
That was Kill Switch.
Scarcity. You know how to make friends, Pat. You immediately thought of Scarcity.
Yeah.
So if an Agenda's Access Skull, Trace 3, do a brain damage. Like, they can't... If this fires, it's good.
Yeah, and if you put like Vacherons and Ikawa projects in there so they can't necessarily get value out of the score.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the ideal situation is them accessing Ikawa project, taking a brain, and then they can't steal it anyway.
And if we play 3-pointers, that means we play less other things. But I just don't know how we score out. Like in theory, we're good at fast advance if we have a lot of money and a lot of cards. So maybe we do build one hellish remote and then we just have all the support from all our other weird assets. Yeah. So Vacheron, and then we could do Ikawa. Is there any other 5/3 that in HP that's like arguably defensive? Oh, I guess Ikawa is the only thing. I forgot which medal people get by doing 3rd place because he always scores gold. Hey! No, I come in 4th a lot, but thank you. We're on the street. Supposedly the next MWP is killing Currents. MWL, Side Hatch, how's it going? Yeah, that's what it looks like it says. It looks like Currents are going to have some hefty changes, and we're meant to be hearing about the new most wanted list within a month. So buckle up. Can't be excited.
You get to grill Side Hatch on where they heard that. Like I was grilled on where I heard that. Like I think it's time. It's only fair play.
Yo, a couple things that get really interesting here. Oh, one thing we have to build around. Do we play? Yeah, we definitely do play. Hold on, I'm gonna put the Punitives in the deck. But the question is whether we play Nassix to do the Nassix combo. I think we definitely do. Pat, there's another
Yeah.
thing I want to do, but it's again, it's like your scarcity resources suggestion. It's just not like a nice way to make friends. But I don't know if you've seen about this. We saw somebody do this on stream, I think a week ago or so. What's that HB card where you de-res cards to re-res cards at a value?
Divert power.
Yeah, divert power. So the idea is with divert power, you divert everything. You divert like all your neutral suite, and then you play Indians Union Stock Exchange, and then you res like all your neutral cards, and then get 1 million credits off NASDAQ. How sick is that?
Oh, that's gross.
That's really cool. I've heard they're unbanning ETF Kappa. Divert power to res next diamonds to guarantee the brain damage with next wave 2. I would hope that the way that we jam horizontally, that we don't need to actually like pre-res anything, and next diamonds are good when they hit. Wow, that's expensive though. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so we'll play some of this. Let's get some next dice in it. What is next dice? Next activation command? No. Next diamond, next gold. Oh, this one's cheesy. This is how you win.
Yeah. Next opal is okay.
Next opal is actually probably really good. Or which one is it? It's opal or sapphire?
Oh, sorry, I meant I mean, yeah, the next opal is fine, but I think I was thinking about the other one.
Yeah, I think the other one's better. But this one's actually really cute in asset because you get the double install, right?
Yeah. VK just said, "Can you move your heads?" And I
yeah.
instinctively kind of moved over here, as if that would help.
Yeah, we'll do this. This seems reasonable. Thank you. Opal's a trap since it's mandatory. No, they changed it. They recently changed it. You may install. It's a nice change from a FAQ, but you're right. It was a trap originally because it was a forced install, and then that's fucking stupid. But hey, it came out in the Mars cycle, so buckle up, my friends. Next Sapphire's just fine.
I think it's good.
It's good. But talk about good. Do you know what's good? Gatekeeper. Do you know what else is good? Hagen. Do you know what else is good? Eli.
Tier, Eli.
Oh, I think our ice is going to be a bit expensive. Okay, we still don't have, by any means, a conducive win condition.
So we've seen a few suggestions for baddie. Do we have room for baddie in this?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not? Restore seems like reasonably fun. Yeah. We just need to make sure we have a lot of money though. So we need what are them robots selling cards? Marilyn, Malia, Coinda, Jeeves. God, this looks like hot nonsense, but I'm so excited.
Calvin Ballsy.
Never Pat. Actually, nano etching is a bit better than Bailey in this deck, isn't it?
In what?
It's better in this deck.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's better than what?
Than Bailey, I think his name is.
Oh, weird. Okay, we must pronounce it.
Yeah, we do. All right, so we have some next dice. We only have 2, 4, 5 of them. We have Eli Hagen, Gatekeeper next Sapphire. We don't have any. Do we run Helheim? I feel like we do want to run Helheim.
Helheim only applies to that server, right?
Yeah, but it's all ice on that server for the whole run.
Yeah.
How many assets do you need to do if asset fully operational? We have 3 10-cost ice? That's probably true. Yeah, that's actually really bad with punitive. Remote enforcement for big boys? We could. It fucks up with our agenda suite, though.
I mean, yeah, and if we're going to include 4 2s, then... Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we actually have too many agenda points. How did we do that? How did we do that? All right, well, we have another card slot. So how do we make this ice suite cheaper? Do we just put things like Gatekeeper and, things like a slot machine equivalent?
Or slot machine, Enigma, something like that.
Yeah, good remote stuff. How are we now running Brainstorm? I don't know, respect. Brainstorm's so, when someone runs into Brainstorm and loses the game, it's like just bad TV. You're just like, oh, you have Brainstorm, I didn't expect it. I guess I've lost the game. It's like, I don't know. Oh, do you know what we can play for influence? Ganked?
Ooh, yeah.
That works with their ability, it's fun. Failstar 3 does the brain damage. Yo, Anderson, what's up? Yeah, it does. It's actually a good card as well. I think it might be better than this thing. Oh, this is pretty good with baddie, though. Okay, let's see what this draw's like, and then we figure out how to use one influence. 1x border control. Border control is particularly good if we build a big remote, but I feel like that's not what our deck is going to be doing. So I don't think border control is amazing on like fully operational servers. It's good on centrals, and like these sort of decks are really weak to Apocalypse, where like spending influence on Crisium grids makes a lot of sense. It's probably better than the border control if you ask me. because DDoS is really strong against any deck that's running full operational. So this is our opening hand. We would say we keep that because we're that's our choice. From here, like we could get the Maryland down behind the Eli. We could get the Quinda down and then credit. I feel like we need Archive Memories more than Restore, just so that it gives us the option to get back a fully operational, because that's a hell of a card.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? Like, unfortunately, Next Wave 2 actually might just be worse than Vitruvius, because Vitruvius, we can get tokens on that we can recur punitives. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't committed to Next Wave 2, but it just was another way of getting brain damage out there, right?
Yeah, okay. That means we can run less Next Ice, which is probably good, because I think Next Ice is probably the worst part of our deck. And then Batty's not necessary. Oh, no, Andre, don't give in. Hold on. There's more Ice. There's more things to do brain damage. What are all the cards that do brain damage? I'd rather do that than Next Ice. Sorry, Pat?
I'm just naming stuff.
Hold on.
Ooh, we can put Amped Up.
Here, let me fix that. Full cards. I'll sort by release date. And then I'll just go to the back and go forwards.
Janice.
We miss you, Janice. You forced the runner to stim hack. There is a Hearthstone card that when you play, its battle cry effect says play and basically play a spell in your opponent's hand immediately right then, which is like sometimes disastrous if you play like a high cost spell for free. But imagine that in Netrunner, you'd be like, oh, a stim hack, and then you choose archives or whatever. I don't know, it's nuts. I guess we put tier in here. We did. Victor's fine, right? Yeah, Victor's kind of what we want.
Yeah, I like Victor.
Yeah, Victor's fine. Victor 2.0 doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think they'll rotate Honor and Profit?
What's up?
Do you think they're going to rotate Honor and Profit?
Yeah, eventually, right? Isn't that the plan?
I don't know if they've ever actually said. I mean, you know, I've been talking on my ass this whole spec conversation. Of course.
I've been making shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rabbi's saying Tempest and Riot Suppression. Riot Suppression is actually interesting. They either take a brain damage or have 3 fewer clicks, and they will be trashing our corp cards. Out of any deck, this is a good one to put it in.
Yeah, like it's either take a brain damage or let us score a card is basically what it says.
Yeah, that's good, right? Well, not let us, because they still have a click.
Yeah, but it's hard to work
yeah, I agree. All right, so we have too many cards, but we'll fix that. Ryan Knight Satyr. Yeah, but we're not going to do Satyr, unfortunately. Ryan Knight's interesting. It's just hard. Like, Ryan Knight's really good with queens like Fairchild, like things that click through, which we can't really guarantee. Killswitch, Mason Bellamy, Ikawa can be combo instead of Batty. Breaker Bay Grid can also be good with Coinda, and Primary Transmission Dish is sweet. Those are thoughts on brain damage Asa. Oh my god, is Primary Transition Dish still a card? I don't think so. I think it rotated. Oh, 2 shortage. Okay, all right. Kamali is... It's not amazing in the early game, and we really want to protect our assets early. Like, all the next dice is resable in the early game. This doesn't do anything. Tempest is weird, right?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played with Tempest.
Killswitch is good. Quinda's good enough. Black level doesn't exist. None of these cards exist. Nareen. Is that good enough?
I don't know, spend 6, they can spend quick to break.
Yeah, it's like the Eli for 6. Yeah. And they're more likely to click because that subroutine's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have a Fairchild 3 every day of my life instead of that.
What does Z 2.0 do?
Z 2.0 is really strong. It punishes you for clicking through things, and it also trashes hardware. Unfortunately, like, we're not going to be that good at installing 2 ice in a row and ensuring they're clickable through, so this ability is a lot better in like Soda Glacier stuff. I wonder how bad Nareen 1.0 must have been. Yeah, we'll find out one day. Ravana is also kind of difficult because it has to, like, we have to draw in the right order, and it's a bit tricky. Like, I'd rather just put in here Drafters. Like, that's good. Like, it's fine. Eli Hagen, Fairchild, Gatekeeper Victor. Like, this seems like a good agenda ice suite, right? The Batty's got a lot worse with what we're doing.
I think we had more ice, but fine.
But I don't know if you need more ice. 6. How much are we at? We're at 14. Yeah, maybe. Okay, what's one spicy ass ice? And we could spend influence on this.
Something spicy, you say?
Wet work refit. Oh, I know. I definitely know. What's the name of the new Jinteki one that doesn't do net damage but trashes cards?
Oh, Engram Flush?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's good.
That's cool. Just one influence.
Yeah, I know, it's nutty. It's so hard to deal with. That might be okay. So Ganked is also a lot worse in this deck now. It's cool with the Fairchild 3, but not too much else. So we have 50 cards. That's obviously an issue. Our win condition is basically get money and punitive, which is a bit one-dimensional, but we also have 7 influence left. Kojin with Res Tier is nutty, but it's really hard to set that up. So how do we spend 7 influence in a deck that wants to brain damage you? Or get value from punitive being you? Do we need a way to deal with Film Critic? I feel like we do. There is a way to deal with Film Critic, isn't there?
Under the bus?
No, in fact, isn't there like Helion Beta?
Oh, I thought you were going to use Malia to blank Film Critic.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
I know.
You're on punitive. Don't you want to be on 5/3 agendas? Yeah. Okay, look, we'll do this.
Maybe we go all 5/3s and then put in like an echo chamber or something.
Oh, no, not echo chamber.
Gene Splicer.
Gene Splicer.
Yeah.
Gene Splicer. Self-destruct chips. Self-destruct chips though it's bad as a one of like it's. Okay, look, they'll have 5 hand size. Then this puts them on 4 hand size. It doesn't change the punitive math. This deck is probably really bad, but we're gonna hope they do something. Actually, no. Are we just shitheads? Do we just like fully shithead it up and play Urban Renewal? Are we that? We're that person, aren't we?
I think combined we are that.
Yeah,
person.
with Riot Suppression, we have become this person.
Yeah. Oh, Riot Suppression with Urban Renewal. That's pretty good.
Riot Suppression doesn't fit the 5/3 agenda suite? Yeah, it does. How's it not? Oh, because you can't do install advance. Oh yeah, you're totally right. That's fucking hilarious. No, we have Jeeves. Solved it. We solved it. Don't worry about it.
We have 1 Jeeves.
We have 2 Jeeves now. We've added another Jeeves. We'll play 2 of these. And then we have to... Okay. Look, we're solving problems quicker than they can show up. And that's important. You always have to be positive problem solving.
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta cut 2 cards, my friend.
Let's see. How much ice do we have now? I can't see.
We have 15.
15 seems fine.
Yeah, 15's probably too much.
Do we cut 1 kill switch?
If you don't have any restricted influence left, want to prolong the game with Wampo Reclamation? Oh, fuck no. Sorry, Pat? We can probably play a fewer kill switch. Yeah, I like that. 2x self-destruct because we're doing brain damage, but it makes the deck harder. Like, it adds a card slot. We're already in a hard spot. Wait, if you play Cybernetics Court, you basically have to play Violet level clearance, don't you? Isn't that a rule?
I don't think it's a rule you have to follow.
Okay.
I can't.
Well then, fuck it. Fuck it. Self-destruct chips seems right because we're doing Urban Renewal.
Yeah, I guess so.
Legitimate deck list. 15 influence, 49 cards. Draws beautifully. Like, look at that double punitive. This is playable, right? Like you do. Oh my god, you do Malia Zaloka. You probably, yeah, dude. What do we call it?
So it's an Asa deck. It's running 1 Engram Flush for some reason.
Dude, don't critique it. We just gotta name it.
No, I'm trying to think of like what's in the deck. I'm just thinking.
It's like a bunch of weird ideas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bunch of crazy ideas, and that's fine.
That's fine. Oh, do we need a preemptive in here? Nah.
I think we can just call it, do we need this? Nah.
Nah. All right, I'm gonna name it. I'm just gonna call it Ride Suppression. Carpet really pulls the room together.
Extreme Riot Suppression.
How do you spell suppression? He looks up and copies it off the screen. Don't worry, I'll change my work just a bit. Alt print screen, and we're off to the races. Fully brain damaged. Drain damaged. Oh, you can delete that. Neato. Alright, let's go. What's our best matchup?
A bad runner.
Yeah, that's correct. That's technically correct.
Okay. So what's our bad matchup? It's like anyone with money.
I am like 100% convinced that fully operational is such a strong card with acid that you can make anything work. Also, real quick, just in terms of the chat, Pat, can you clap your hands? Just like one single clap. Is this sync off on the live stream? Can you clap so like you can see the connection? Is the sync off with Pat? Or if you talk, probably it'd be way easier. I don't know why I'm doing exactly that way.
Okay, why don't I talk for a little bit?
It seems good. Okay, it's in sync. Okay, on my preview it's not, so that's really good to hear. Thank you.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm recording all this stuff, so this will end up on... I know YouTube fell apart tonight, unfortunately. Maybe you're watching. Yo, shoutouts if you normally watch on YouTube and you made your way over to Twitch. We will get this VOD up on YouTube. It'll take a while to upload because it's a 3-hour video, but we'll get this up after. I love how fully operational basically says, pretend you're being sports metal this whole time. It's great. It's so great. Oh.
What else have you been playing?
What else have I been playing? So I have a list. I've been doing this since the top of the year. Well, I have a list on my phone of games that I've completed. Do you want to hear the list to date?
Yeah, sure.
So today I started What the Golf, by the way, so that's fun. Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's on Switch now, right?
Sorry?
That's on Switch
yeah,
now, right?
Yeah, today. So I
think I was offered a review copy. I should grab that.
So this year so far, I beat Gato Roboto, SteamWorld Dig 2. I beat the story mode of One Finger Death Punch 2, which is a really fun game. I did the Bright Memory, had like a short game that they released. I beat that. Sekiro, beat the shit out of that. The game's sick. There's a really cool, it's actually worth looking into. There's a really cool roguelike. It's a very small project called End Hall. And you just have to get to the end of this hallway. You play this robot, and the idea is that your actions cost you health, and every turn you lose a health, but some of your actions heal you. It's a really interesting. If you kill somebody, you heal. It's kind of fun. Oh, fuck, Leela. I beat Celeste a couple weeks ago. I got to the credits Animal Crossing New Horizon, and I just finished XCOM Chimera Squad. I'm also almost at the end of Uncharted Drake, the third Uncharted game, because they gave out all 3 Uncharted game remastered on PS3 during the lockdown.
True, yeah.
And I think that game does some really good stuff, and I'm aware the game is like 9 years old or whatever, but the combat in that game, it's not good. I want to play the game on the easiest difficulty because I just die, and it's frustrating, and I'm not particularly bad at third-person shooters. I just don't get it. I don't feel like there's a lot of depth to the combat, and it's like the worst part of that game. Unfortunately, it's like 40% of the game. We're mulliganing this one, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I want to do Moving Out co-op at some point. Oh, yeah, we tried the demo. Maddie and I played the demo of Moving Out, and it's fun.
Demo, but of course, I don't have anyone to play with. So.
We can play remote on Skype. On Steam. Like, Steam Remote Play works on that game. It's supported.
Yeah, this is doable.
Uncharted is sweet. Yeah, I don't get it. I felt the same thing. I played Last of Us Remaster, and again, I'm playing this like years later than normal. Most people played it, but like, I think the combat in The Last of Us was really bad, and the stealth in those games are really bad too. They're like I don't know. Anyways, we're playing against Leela. We have the kill switch in the hand. We have ice. We can do our NASX in a remote, and then we have to make sure that we ice up HQ and sometimes R&D. It's a bit tricky. We definitely have to hedge fund turn 1.
Yeah, hedge fund.
So on HQ, if we do Fairchild, it's a good face check, and they can't diversion of funds through it.
Yeah, let's do that on HQ.
And then we'll just risk R&D being open.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna keep the gatekeeper for an actual remote that we care about. We'll put this on HQ. It's really bad, and stealth is so basic. It doesn't feel like you have any choice, and it's all nothing. So easy to fail, and the fail is usually game over. Yeah, in that game, it's really frustrating. Oh, they guessed asset. Where in Uncharted, when you fail, it's just like you lose, go back, and then you have to like. It doesn't save some like between you starting the level and you failing the stealth portion. If you did like crafting, you have to redo all that shit. It's a lot of really weird stuff. Oh, I think we lost Pat. Hold on one second. We shouldn't res the Nasex. Paragon, this axis could be really big. At least they can't diversion. I need to get Pat back in because the Skype call failed, so just give me 1 second. It just fell through. I'm gonna call Pat back 1 second. Can I recall? Daily cast coming down. We'll get our Nasex money. We'll give Pat a ring. So we got a Jeeves. I think we can draw once here. Hey, you still here?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome, you're already back into it. I think your audio is still good. Let me just screen share so you can see the screen. So basically they got a single axis and saw daily casts. Okay. Well, we're still good. We're still good. Okay, I think we can draw here. We want to find a cheap piece of ice like Engram Flush and basically get the Jeeves out behind it. We also could just put the Engram Flush in R&D and do nothing this turn, which is okay. I think we can actually just do everything this turn. Like, now fully operational setup, and this is like the pressure of HP. It's like everything's iced clicklessly. It's so good. Engram Flush and R&D? Yeah, I think so. Yo, Johnny, how's it going? Hey, peeps. How you doing? Maybe he walked out in our hot Last of Us takes. Yeah, maybe he did. Pat, did you play Last of Us?
No, I haven't played it. I do have it. I did get it for free on the PS Plus.
Nice.
Thing. So I'm gonna play it one of these days. I mean, I've heard it's fantastic, except for the combat and the stealth. Like, it's one of those games that maybe I'll play on easy mode.
We drew. Sorry, I drew once, so I didn't consider Jeeves. But we can trash this Pat tap because their money isn't amazing, and then we'll just do our like sick value. If we draw fully operational, it's a 7 credit card, let alone we can draw halfway through it. Last of Us is fantastic, except 80% of the game. Yo, Kyle, how's it going? How did Naughty Dog games bother you when Sekiro didn't? Because Sekiro is really good. The combat in Sekiro is great. The world building is great. The mechanics of the game are fascinating and deep, as opposed to like just shoot bullets at a fucking human being until they die. And then you murder so many people in The Last of Us. It makes literally no sense. This is spearfishing. They're going to hit a Maryland. We're totally fine with this. But we have to watch out. If they have spearfishing, they might be on Apocalypse or some weird shit. And if we get Apocalypse, we lose. Sekiro is just like a more technically precise, stealth-based Dark Souls. And in Sekiro, the stealth is like really well telegraphed. Like, you see people, if they see you, there's different states of like alertness. It's a good stealth game. All right, so what they do? They Paragon drew, they spearfished. We'll definitely res the Maryland. So this turn we could consider doing the Chiefs if we're just gonna click for credits. Do Nasex and Maryland. So we have a fully operational here, man. Do we just pop off? I think we have to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna use it to draw first, I
Yeah,
assume?
I think so. Draw 2. Malia doesn't blank anything. We'll draw 2 more and then gain 4, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, kind of want some more ice there, but...
All right. We'll draw once for ice. That's good. So do we get Malia down or do we try to get the SDC out? If we do the SDC, we can play it with the kill switch, but they have a lot of money. I think we get the Malia down and hope they install like a class act or something. And then it eats a kill switch or something. I mean, it eats a spearfishing.
Yeah, let's
I just have no doubt they're going to run HQ this next turn because we drew up heavily. But maybe this looks like it's an agenda. Yeah, this is going to be really awkward on JNet because nobody's going to respect this card and you're going to res it halfway through the turn.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I was wondering how that's going to work out. Like, you have to, in real life, you'd almost have your finger on it waiting to flip it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep our mouse down here. All right, that's really good. There, they played a daily cast. Do we just blank a daily cast?
They're on 11 credits. Like, that's not...
That's 8 credits they lose. No, they lose 11 credits, sort of. I think we blank the daily cast.
Yeah, let's do it. It's gross, but do it.
Nice. Hateful. All right. What do we do here? Chief's not getting a lot of value. What happened to money always on fully op and Nasex? Well, we didn't need the money just yet. We have more fully operationals and they're only better at this point. Okay, this is unfortunate. Do we do a naked Maryland and then play the current?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just really
We're still waiting
bad for
so we can
Amakua. Why res Malia on your turn? We could have rezzed on theirs. It doesn't change much, does it? They got to play around the kill switch, which is the first time an agenda, or sorry, whenever an agenda's access or score trace 3 for the brain. And they're holding a lot of cards in hand, so like the brain might be good. I'm really worried about Apocalypse, but the fact that they now Earthrise doesn't look like it. Oh man, blanking Earthrise would be good too. Unfortunately, Amalia is unique. Oh, Corroder, okay. Okay, so we really need some strong ice. Oh, never mind. We can start being shitheads. Shall we draw?
Yeah, let's draw. Some
okay,
ice.
That's good. That's a start. So do you want to install 2? We'll install the SDC and we'll install the Quinda?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, man. We should have put out the self-destruct instead of the Maryland? Yeah, maybe. I just thought they'd run it. Now, like, they really want to get the Amalia down. It's like they trash us for 3 just to start getting their 8 back. They have to get through a Hagen, which is still with Corroder really expensive. Like, it's still 4 credits plus another 3 credits. So they're spending 7 to get their 8 back, but they invested 3 in it already. I guess we do at Res the Ice. That means something. All right, they have all their breakers. They're down on 3 credits. There's a gang sign. Oh, it's gang sign Leela again. And unfortunately, they fucking run the STC. At least we do a brain damage to them. Oh, I forgot it's Leela too. Leela is really scary. Oh man, if we draw another punitive, what's the chance we can punitive them out on a 1-pointer?
Punitive with 1 deck
Yeah.
each.
So we'll spend 1 credit. Man. Oh, the Quinda. We actually can fire the Quinda and maybe double punitive if we get a second punitive. I see this before. Bounce RDIs, pull 1 more every time. Yeah, maybe. We hit a turning wheel. Quill switch is trashed. They now have 4 hand size. They have 2 in hand. This probably does damage. When your turn begins, it's trace 1. Oh, it's a Maker's Eye. So they probably died a punitive here if they steal anything, let alone they can't steal, what's it called? They can't steal our other 5/3's Aqua project, but they probably die here. Just steal. Wait, no, they die 100%. They died a fucking Coinda punitive 1-pointer.
Can't be going to punitive a 1-pointer to win.
Oh my god!
So
Coinda lethal! Coinda fucking lethal. Maryland, I'm not actually going to shuffle because they didn't steal an agenda. Fuck it, they die anyways. What does it matter? Oh my god, do we double punitive or do you Colinda? So in theory, we're meant to do this before we mandatory draw. Oh, Coinda, you're so good. We did draw the double punitive though. We could have killed them. Like, imagine seeing that.
That's really great. Ooh,
hey, good game.
Coinda.
That was nutty. Yeah, we did have the second punitive for what it's worth, but punitive dead to a 1-pointer. They had 3 max hand size there. Didn't see that coming.
Yep.
Oh man, thanks for the game, eh? Fully operational, still a hell of a card, and just Asa building horizontal. It's so strong. It's so strong. All right, so what was coming up? Like, they saw 3 cards here. There's an Ikawa they couldn't steal. Of course, if they did steal, they would have died. Riot Suppression wouldn't have fired for a while, but again, seems okay. Quit now while you're champion. No. We just jump straight into it. Now we're veterans. Now we understand the deck. We feel the deck. Best weapon the deck has that people think it's meta Asa? Yeah, maybe to some extent.
That's how I play. Like, just play idiosyncratic decks, and people think it's something else.
We will die to Coinda. There's no way it's Coinda.
Yeah.
You know, you got to start playing bioethics out of faction, right?
Yeah.
NBN, CTM bioethics. Man, there's like so many really strong NBN asset spam cards that don't get play just because either they're obviously not good enough. Like, you know, the one that says add an advancement counter to something for free? You remember when people were playing that with breaking news and CTM decks? How strong that was? Like, you just installed breaking news. It was when like people were playing stealth and they were like, I'm just going to sit back and then I can't lose. You'd install breaking news on the table. You would install that card. You'd advance the breaking news. You'd advance it, and then you would like trash their shit. I don't know. There's some really cool NBN stuff.
Yeah, early Premier.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
And there's the other one that says when they access added to the score area as a 1-pointer, the franchise city or what have you.
Yeah, when they access an agenda, that was, man, the cards they made to support Harpsichord were a lot of fun.
It's a shame.
Back then, you could access a card, they don't steal it, they add it to the square.
Yeah, we got to do something cool with the ward bait before it rotates. That's a fun card. Pay attention to Jeeves if it's good at this game. Yeah, we got to pay attention because you're right. In the last game, it was kind of shit. And actually, it's only good in our deck specifically because of the interaction we tried to build off of the other thing that we're doing. So if we played more of the, the one that increases our hand size and then played Violet level clearance, there's a chance it's way better than Jeeves. And like mass draw is so good in this deck, like Violet level clearance is so good on the basis that you're more likely to draw into an agenda and a piece of ice, or an asset and a piece of ice, which you like. The fact that you dump 2 cards a turn in Asa means that card draw is super valuable. So I think getting the Violet level clearances in there are pretty good. Spatula City, I remember that deck.
What was Spatula City?
If I'm not mistaken, it was like a CTM, a Rude CTM Acid Spam deck, or was it NEH? I don't remember. I think it was one of the NEH kill decks, actually. It's also like a UHF reference from Weird Al. Oh man, Kawinda Kalu, MVP. It's so good. It's like, it's weird. It's so hard to make brain damage relevant. Thanks for leaving me, Andre. Chickpea Curry was a great success. I never doubted you for a second. That's really good to hear.
I doubted them.
You dick.
Just didn't sound appealing to me. No, I'm kidding. Of course it sounds appealing.
I think I've been having problems. Anything that's like super fibrous, like beans or chickpeas, I think does my stomach in. So it's kind of been hard. I really do like hummus a heck of a lot, though. So
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's okay. How's your cooking situation been? How often do you order out?
I order out about once a week.
What do you get?
Usually, I've been doing like sushi or Korean, stuff like that. Yeah. But no, when I've been cooking, like you, I've been cooking a lot of curries. I do put chickpea in my curry, and it's like fine. What else have I been cooking? I'm making. I made a big pot pie the other day, and that like feasted on the leftovers of that for a long time.
Yo, shepherd's pie is a really cool thing. You make a good shepherd's pie. I gotta do that. Shepherd's pie is good. Get that checked out, Andre. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see a doctor modernly for things that don't seem that important. 16 players on JNet. We ran into 2 Leela gang signs, so maybe Chad is right. Maybe that's like the thing to be scared of. Or by scared of, I mean annoyed with. Shepherd's pie is a thing in Canada too. It definitely is. Specifically in Quebec. And if I'm not mistaken, this sounds really weird for somebody who comes to Quebec and hasn't heard it. They call, the translation for shepherd's pie is, well, the word is pâté chinois, which responds to Chinese. What's pâté? Like pasta usually? No. What's pâté technically mean in pâté chinois? Like dish? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was called that, from my understanding, because it was a very affordable meal, and mostly Chinese railroad workers from like the turn of the century, plus minus 10. I don't have good history knowledge. They were cooking and eating this, and so shepherd's pie is known as a Chinese dish here, which is buck wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, pate. Yo, Antoine is wizard. They're in Twitch chat. We're playing too. Yeah, it's largely here with beef, peas, carrots. It's like pretty similar to everywhere else. Tortilla is a shepherd's pie. Yeah. Tortilla is not a shepherd's pie though. Tortilla actually is like has pastry in it.
Tortilla is better than shepherd's
tortilla. Is like a British meat pie. Like it has actually like flake pastry in it. Opening hand is not awful.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, that's a greater than, not equals to shepherd's pie. Yeah, totally. I told that the French for French toast means lost bread. Yeah, it does. Pain perdu is French toast.
Oh, that's true.
Which is, the forgotten bread, the lost bread. The word for eggnog is chicken milk. I actually wouldn't know what the word for eggnog is. All right, which one do we protect? I think we definitely protect our urban renewal just to piss off Haley, right?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, so new remote, we'll get a gatekeeper in front of it. I think they're going to be building RDI, which is an issue for our deck. And then we just get our money up, so they'll be Nassix and the Maryland. Generally, Shaper's not really good at doing money, let alone trashing assets, so this should be okay.
Mm. Hey, here's some fun etymology I learned today. The word galaxy in ancient Greek means Milky Way.
Really?
That's where the laxi part of galaxy is from Greek or Latin for
Oh, wild.
milk. Yeah.
When was the Milky Way named?
Ancient, like the classical era.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Single axis and R&D, going for that sweet, sweet, sweet single. Nothing there. Shaper generally wants to set up. I don't know whether Antoine is playing Proco. I think he's sworn off Proco modernly, but I'm down to be surprised.
Oh, okay. People want sources. I'm gonna find. I'm going to go to etymology online and see if I can find some sources.
Yo, we probably want to play tech startup in this deck to find Malia because we can blank Aesops.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I'm just gonna res everything, not even considering what it's going to do to our credits. We literally cannot. Oh no, we can. It was just like Urban Renewal, Nassix, Maryland. We have a drafter. They know we have a drafter. Okay. This seems good enough on its own. We can install Jeeves drafter. I guess we draw once always. I think we do install Jeeves drafter, then install Maryland, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna have some good money, but we're gonna have better money. The word galaxy is derived from the Greek galaxias, literally milky, a reference to the Milky Way, says Baza.
So no one believes me, but as soon as Baza...
Baza wrote the phonetic pronunciation, or that's not phonetic, that's Greek, so that seems pretty good. Sorry, Pat's window keeps changing size. I'm not making it smaller than mine on purpose. It's just the connection is not as stable as you'd like. All right, we can res. Technically, all we need to res is the Maryland here. And they're going to be taking next turn 4 meat damage if they can't contest this, which is a good time to just jam like an agenda into a remote if we have it. But again, this deck is lacking the draw that we need. Wow, so we could do install advance, not particularly good. Jeeves also not particularly good.
Come on, nice.
Punitive's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just push that out, don't we?
Yeah, I think we got it.
We have so many uniced remotes, which is bad against fully operational. All right, they're running for it. Let's see how they can deal with the gatekeeper. It's actually pretty hard to deal with. But they have way more money than us. The punitive play is actually pretty rough, and luckily we can res Eli. Sorry, continuing to counter. So they can pull out with SMC and deal something here. I imagine they're an Oiler if they're an ASOS pawn shop, which I think is still pretty favorable, but they still have to trash this for 3. And then we have advance. Oh, this is not riot suppression, excuse me.
Oh, it's not riot suppression.
I'm getting echo of Andre's voice. Yeah, here too. Fleefy, what's up? Pat.
What's up?
Maybe
yeah, I think it is. You're on speakers, right?
Yeah, I'll put in headphones. If
oh, that'd be huge. Thank you. Deus Ex Palangi. So they can't be on what's it called? On a tech trader. But that's a cool way to deal with a strong ice. That's going to use 2 of their good tokens. They trash this for 3. They're down to 3 credits. All right, we'll get that sorted. Hey, is that better? Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Pat? Oh, perfect. The audio got a bit worse, but I think you're still okay.
Yeah, I do have a really great pair of headphones with a mic, but I left them at the office and I haven't been back to the office in about 2 months.
Bummer.
So. Yeah.
Is it possible to use the microphone on your laptop, but the headphones, the sound from your headphones? If you do set that up in Skype, because your laptop headphone is a lot better. Or your laptop, excuse me. You know what I'm trying to say, I hope. I don't think we res the Jeeves here in triple advance because I think we want the money for punitive. That's awkward. I think we play kill switch advance. Can res purge single advance? I'm not worried about the purge. Like the Eli, they can always click through. It's probably going to be easier. Oh, we lost Pat. Yeah, we did lose Pat. I'll call him back. Just give me 1 second. Poor connection. We'll get him back in. Give me 1 second. Hey, bud.
Hey, lost you again.
Yeah, no, you're back in. Let me
Sorry
just
about that.
share my screen.
Okay. Yeah, I was just checking my settings to see if I can switch the microphone.
It's not that bad. Like, you can definitely keep this.
Okay, well, I mean, if I can switch it, might as well.
Okay. All right, they got.
Is this better?
Sorry.
Is this better?
Oh, that's so much better. Thanks, dude.
No problem.
Oh wait, no, it's really scratchy.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, you just can't move.
How about this?
Perfect.
Great.
No, that's still terrible. Something's wrong.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All right,
awful. What's happening?
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
I know. We'll do Maryland. We'll shuffle. We'll do Maryland. We'll do Nassix. So if we score this, we could res Jeeves and score this, which means we get another click, which means we could jam the Ikawa. We're not really threatening punitive too hard here. I don't think it's great. I think we'll definitely just score this at least. And our money's going to dry up really soon. Luckily, unfortunately, this is not an SSL. This doesn't actually give us money. Oh, we do a trace here. They have to spend 3 credits to not take a brain damage. Like, this is just value, isn't it? His mic on the earbuds is rubbing his shirt. It sounds like it. But it also sounds like he's using the mic on the laptop. So I think it's just I don't know. All right. So this current cost him 3. Yeah.
Next time I'll have a better set.
That's all good. Could have Jeeves and clicked for the credit at least. Yeah, that might actually have been better to do. Then we only res the Jeeves for 1. I think you're right. Oh, Stargate. Oh, that's a problem.
Wait, maybe time to cut Pat loose. What's that supposed to mean?
Funk, what's up? Chinois also cone-shaped sieve. Sorry, this is super late, but I had to create an account here first. Oh, yo, no way. But that's not what pâté chinois means, does it? That's not at least what I was told. It was Gatekeeper Victor Hagen, and they threw out the Hagen. So they have a Stargate. We're going to draw a Gatekeeper, which is a pretty good draw here. They don't steal agendas, so the turning wheel and the kill switch aren't going to fire. If we do a Maryland campaign here, we're going to shuffle, which I think is okay. Yeah, we got a Victor for R&D, which is okay. We'll draw. Archive Memories is interesting. It lets us bring back the Urban Renewal. Unfortunately, the Urban Renewal behind the Gatekeeper is amazing, so we'd have to put it behind something a bit worse. But it's also really good for punitives. I don't see how we would triple punitive. So we need to get something on R&D. And then we'll just put this into server 6. You weren't supposed to see that, Pat.
Yeah.
All right, Aesop's firing away, putting a face down card. We still technically have the credit lead. We're just waiting to draw fully operational. We can also archive memories for ice if we really need it. I guess that's our only 2 options, archive memories or urban renewal. And we don't have preemptive, so like our recursion on our urban renewals, it's not like we're going to be one of those decks that grinds people out. But it's a threat. They have to run it. And even dealing with a 0 strength Gatekeeper is annoying enough when they're not showing breakers.
Yeah, it's true. What breakers have we seen?
Deus Ex, Palangi, yeah. So it looks like it's some good old Shaper stuff. And there's a Beth, which gets good value. Ooh, Kawinda. So do we do advance, install Kawinda?
Yes. Kawinda behind the Gatekeeper?
Yeah, for sure. It's really good for fully op as well. So Trace 1, Trace 2, Trace 3, and then they still have to trash it. Yeah, we spent a lot of money resing it, but maybe we're going to be on game point. And they also can't be on Film Critic, so they have to steal this, which is 2 clicks and 2 credits. Sorry, a click and 2 credits. 2 clicks if they want to get through the Eli as well, which means the punitives are a bit more likely to land, as much as our money is a bit shit.
Did we end up putting a Gene Splicer in this deck, or we scrapped it?
No, we scrapped it to go the route of the Wayland and the Wayland card, yeah. Yeah, the 3 ones, I think. Right. Actually, that's a bigger point. Pat, you don't play a lot of Jinteki.net, do you?
No, I don't really. Yeah. I should, though. I need to get back into that.
We talked about this, and I don't want to spoil exactly what we talked about, but you'd be down to play some Tabletop Simulator and Netrunner on stream, would you?
Yes, that would be very interesting.
Hell yeah, I'm down for that. I've been having a lot of fun on Tabletop Simulator. We've been playing Marvel Champions, which, I don't feel too strongly about.
It's a game neither of us love. Yeah. But I think we're both kind of committed to playing it and beating it.
I'm excited to see that game grow. It's also cool because they did an AMA recently with Michael Boggs, and it's fun to see Michael Boggs talk about a game he cares about. I liked his stuff so far. Ooh, StimHack. So I'm not going to res the Eli because they break it for free. So we have to land double punitive here.
Doable.
Or, depending on how many... Oh, this trace here is really bad for us. But if we res the Coinda, there's a chance we can do Coinda into punitive if we have enough money, which I don't think we will. And they all know they take a brain damage. They just gave themselves a brain damage. They died a single punitive.
And we have 2 punitives.
We do nothing and we win. This deck is unbeatable. This is unbeatable. Hey, good game.
I can't believe this deck has won twice.
Yo, forcing
100%.
this garbage, we're forcing people to interact with ice, get their breakers, break stuff. I forgot I still like quiet, didn't have a click left to draw. Ooh. Good game. Yeah, I don't know if we had the math for the double punitive because I didn't check the math, but we might have done it. Good game. I had a second punitive, but I don't know if we had the math. That was a Boggs burn? No, that wasn't a Boggs burn. It's really cool to see Boggs talk about games, and like he has a lot of cool things for that, and talking about his design. I like listening to Boggs.
Yeah. You were saying that in the AMA they have like 2 years planned out for the game?
Yeah, they're talking about Marvel, that they said they had at least 2 years worth of content lined up, which is really exciting, like for Marvel Champions. And that's one of the big things with the Marvel Champions. A lot of the things that I know that you or I don't care about it are things that they're fixing with it, like adding more narrative aspects, making cards more interesting than just like, oh, bomb scare, add to threat or whatever.
Yeah, I think like for you talk about how like the last turn is always anticlimactic. Yeah. For me, what's disappointing is the lack of flavor on some of the cards. Like,
yeah, that too.
I feel like every other card has solid flavor, but that's not enough for me to feel really compelled to play the game.
Yo.
Yeah.
2 things. Firstly, your mic is still scratching up pretty bad. I don't know what's happening, but like it's rustling really hard.
Okay. I'll try to switch it again. Like I don't know.
Do you want to try pull out your headphones and just see if it's better?
Yeah.
Also, do you know who Nintendo is?
Nintendo is?
What was that?
Do you know who Nintendo is?
Do you know who Nintendo is?
No. I'm guessing it's someone named Dom.
Yeah, it's Dom from our meta.
Yeah, Dom from our meta.
Oh, no way. I didn't know he was still playing.
Also, especially on Leela. There's huge echo now, actually. Sorry, this is way worse for some reason. Wait, hold on.
All right.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is okay. Echo.
Yo,
firstly, Tobal, what's up? Yeah, the YouTube stream fucked up. We couldn't get it working, so I'm recording this. I'll upload it. Unfortunately, don't know what's happening. Light, what's up? Is Anarch Freedom not a thing in this meta? I've been out for a while. I think Freedom's really good. I don't think Freedom is dominant. I think a lot of more people are playing Hashiko and Anarch modernly, but I think Freedom is super strong. Dom plays old school Leela, so wow, we've seen so much Leela today. This hand is not great. We're mulliganing this.
That's a lot of Leela we've seen today. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't know Dom still played.
No, we ran into him last week. Apparently, this is the first time he's played in a long time. Like, he just picked it up because of quarantine.
Yeah. Dom is one of my favorite players to play against in person.
Yeah, it's fun. How'd King Dilemma pan out? We haven't finished it. We haven't played in a while now, actually, and it's a game that I think I get more of if we play in person. At least the way I see it.
It's nice that it's functional over Tabletop Simulator, but I definitely want to play in person. I want at least our last few games to be in person.
Yeah, because like having that interaction, like we don't play with web cameras. It's just a bit more limited. We got to worry about diversion. We have the early Malia, which can be strong, and we have to put Gatekeeper on HQ, which is only good in the early game and then gets really shitty. So I think that's our play. This is bad on a remote, unfortunately, but at least it looks scary and it might do damage. We'll snap res this soon.
Yeah.
Seems like this would roll over to Aggro Freedom. Yeah, it'll roll over to Apocalypse as well. But Aggro Freedom needs to find their breakers. It's not like we have good ways to purge outside of Jeeves. But Freedom is really strong. There's no doubt about it. It did win Worlds, didn't it? All right, Leela can get a bounce here. That'd be pretty bad. We've been pretty lucky against Leela. So if they install an expensive non-virtual resource, we'll just go ahead and blank it.
Come on, Liberated.
Oh!
Ooh, okay.
They don't show. 4 credits do nothing. They can't use it. So the Dom is trying to get back in the game, and he's been playing against us. And the last time we played an events-only deck, and now we're playing this. And I wonder what he thinks the meta looks like. Oh, sorry. Oops. Whoops. Can you put all of those back and shuffle? Welcome back to the game, Planks Classic. Yeah. Well, this deck is doing what's advertised on the tin. All right. All right, we got a Victor. That's good for R&D. We also can push out the Victor into Quinda, but I think we want to keep our money up a bit. So I want to draw into like the 2 other hedge funds in our deck. Oh, we see all their cards, which is really unfortunate. So we'll draw once. Jeeves is fine. I think we can draw again and then just... Oh, that's good too. I think we'll just ice up R&D. Yep. What's better on R&D, Victor or Eli? I feel like it's harder for them to deal with barriers. Yeah,
let's put Eli then.
Well, I want Eli for the remote then. Actually, no. I think you're right. And then next turn we can push out Jeeves with Victor, or we can push out Quinda, but Quinda is a pretty expensive card. Yeah, Malia is like a surprisingly really good card. Like everybody plays their cards and hopes they'll do something. This is a Gatekeeper, which I honestly don't think we res here. I think we wait for a diversion. Like the single axis is a 1 in 4 of being disastrous. If they trash either of these, we're fine. Would you res?
No, I would not res here because I think I'd rather wait until and just hope they don't. Oh.
Shit, that's so bad because now we get diversioned. Or they bounce this and trash the Malia. Oh wow, they didn't do that.
Well, we're getting diversioned.
God damn it. That's so fucking unlucky. Free diversion. Like it's so nutty. It's not even a value for them to go trash it. Yeah, in theory, they should just install a second one. But now we can't res any of our central ices and protect the Malia at least. And now we're so far away from punitive. Oh man, that 1 in 4 is huge. Playing with Fire taking that kind of chance? Well, yeah, but like you
1 in 4.
1 in 4, like you take that chance.
I'm glad we can blame Jessica for this.
Yeah. I take a blame on my self-destruct suggestion. If it was an Ikawa, they still could have diverted, actually. All right, so we can ice up HQ again. I think we just put the Hagen on it, because Hagen has a chance of hitting Amaku, and then we just click for credits. All right, so now our economy is going to suck unless we can draw some Marylands. Karma for the Malia move? No. We should be praised for this. So they got 10 credits. That's obviously huge. That's a 9 credit swing. And then we're going to struggle to defend things, which again with Leela is so important. Paragon, going to start getting those poke axes, I have no doubt. This is an Eli which we can res. I don't think we really want to. I think we need to make sure that we have the Hagen money.
Yeah, let's not res it.
They get a scry and a credit. Man, if they get another agenda here. There's very few agendas in this deck. Actually, yeah, there's 8. So there's only 7 and 39. The odds are low, but not like fucking Asmari low. Yo, I don't know if you watched. That was actually one of the issues with. There was a tournament, a very competitive tournament recently. Again, there was that Store Championship this weekend. But I think there was. What is it? Asmari was the most represented card by a huge margin. And every time Asmari was on stream, it didn't lose. I think out of the top 8, there was 5 Asmari, unfortunately. It was Antwerp. Thank you, Jessica. Not a lot of plays here besides click for credits, unless we want to jam Jeeves sideways, which I'm fine with that. Then clicking for credits is a bit better. Oh, I watched that. Yeah. Oh man, the commentators were just like shit talking Asmari the whole time, which is super unfortunate. And like that's the thing is like you can't blame the players. Like it's unfortunate for a viewer that it's so similar and the games are not particularly exciting. But it's like probably it is the best win rate deck by a huge margin in the modern meta.
Yeah.
I think a big issue with that deck is scarcity. The Agenda Suite's also just absurdly good. Paragon, gain 1 in Axis. We're not resing because we're hoping for the best. Asmari 68 for 5 win rate on R&D interface. Oh, it used to be higher than that. They're only about 5 Asmari, and they all made the top 8 and lost a little all day. Yikes. Yeah, I know Asmari lost on stream. Ooh, Caddy, that's another good one to blank eventually. So we can res the Jeeves if we need to. We have a drafter, which is now a scarier face check. We saw their deck is running Dirty Laundries and Boomerang. So Boomerang is pretty good against Hagen if they want to do Boomerang Diversion. Here, if we want to Jeeves, I think we just Jeeves click 3 credits and then do something.
Yeah, get some value out of Jeeves and then maybe double install over HQ.
Oh, I don't think we can afford that. Because we have to pay the install costs and then we can't even res the eyes. Oh, like double install is and just add a second eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant like Asa. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. Actually, I'd rather do archives to just keep their dirty laundry down because the chance of them having Boomerang and Diversion in 2-card hand is pretty low. I guess it'll be a 4-card hand.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll risk it. I'd rather them not laundry archives. And then they just have the caddy
All
for
right.
money. Or bravado, I guess.
Yeah. So far, you risking it has worked out for us. So. I don't know. That was mean. I don't know. Come on.
Man, Malia, you got a blank liberated accounts. How sweet is that? Credit, install, you play Malia, then they're on 0 credits. I think we'll now res an Eli, right?
Yeah, for this, I think it's time.
Imagine we had the Engram Flesh there. Oh, man. I think Bologna is the biggest issue than scarcity, though scarcity is also a massive issue. Mario was around for a while, but turbo before Bologna. Yeah, Bologna made the Ice Suite really good because they used to have to play, like, I don't know, food. Okay, now they're going to force us to res, which I get it. All right, this is a Victor, which I think we res.
Yeah.
So they can double click through it and they can spend all but 1 credit to trash the Jeeves. Or they can just click to not take a brain damage. This card is this well positioned? This isn't a bad card. It's good against Amakua. It has a face check. Is it better than... It's probably a bit worse than Enigma, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I'd still prefer to put Enigma in most decks, but if you already have 3, you might as well put a Victor in.
The difference...
And it's good...
Sorry?
Architect tomorrow.
Yeah. In any Byroid, you definitely play it over at Enigma. Any Byroid ability. I think the big thing about this card is that Enigma gets bad if you run last click. But the thing is, with our deck, we're already good against that with Ikoa.
Yeah.
Is it bad against Amina? Not terrible against Angola? It's every code gate's bad against Amina, isn't it?
But Amina starts at 3, right?
Yeah. Oh, they're breaking. It looks like we're losing our Jeeves.
No, hardly knew you.
It's okay, we resed it for 1 credit. And now we can jam Coinda. We can't score. Our money is so fucking shit. So this is what happens when you don't have an explosive opening. No, I think this is what happens when you get fucking diversioned. But hey, they didn't click Caddy that turn.
That's true. Value.
And so we just need to draw into our second Malia, over advance the Malia, because then the ability on this text still won't matter. Running HQ. We have to res, right?
At this point, yeah, for sure. 1 and 3.
And then they bounce, yeah. Unfortunately, we're not going to get Amakua here. So Archives is open, Server 1 is open, but they can't really afford to trash it. So they could do Credit, Dirty Laundry, Server 1, and then hopefully there's no vanilla. Pretty good against Angolo as things go, although I feel like you don't see Angolo as much anymore. Yeah, I rarely see Angolo. I feel like Angolo was really strong back in the day when people needed a way to deal with things like Excalibur and Mother Goddess. Stuff like that was a bit more common, but there's way less typeless ice that you actually have to play around in this meta. Before Bologna's Degree Mill? Yeah, and Degree Mill is just not a strong card. Oh, that's fine. We'll take a bad publicity. They're down on 0. They did click Caddy though, so not really. Wow, we just don't have any plays. If we have a fully operational, we'll burst up. But like, now we're really weak to diversion into Boomerang. Oh wow, it's a drafter. That's really good.
Yeah, that'll work out.
What does drafter do? Add 1 card from Archives to HQ. Oh, do we not have a hedge fund? Oh wait, no, I want the hedge fund. And then you may install 1 card from Archives or HQ, ignoring all costs.
Ooh, we can trigger Asa on this turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's value. Now this card's blank, and we're so far away from hedge fund, but you get the idea. Are you poor because you are using NGO and Rashida slots on Quinta Amalia?
Let's not think about that.
I don't think so, no. We're poor because we got diversion, and we haven't drawn a fully operational. If we draw a fully operational, it's a 7 credit card. Like, it's fine. We also spend a lot of money resing guys. Like, we're not particularly that bad. And I don't want to play NGO and Rashida in every single deck from now on. But I think you definitely could put Rashid in this deck way better than NGO. You probably do put Rashid in this deck. Because I think we talked about how good card draw is in this deck.
Yeah.
All right, Caddy's on 9. Wow, too bad publicity. All right, at least they're an interactive, Leela. Am I right?
That's true. They're making us res stuff.
We can't res Jeeves while clicking twice, right? Like, it needs to be res for all 3 actions.
That is correct.
User, what's up? Was talking HB specific slot machine is best against Amina. Yeah, it's fine. Best you can do Amina is Ravana. Yeah, I guess the best you can do against Amina is like things like anything with an on encounter, because then they still have to pay for it. Or anything with like what, 4 subroutines? I don't think there's a lot of code gates of 4 subroutines. I think it still deals with like Fairchild pretty well, like Fairchild. All right, so if they don't force us to spend money here, oh my god, just give us another fucking Amalia. If we res this, we'll be down on 1 credit, so we can't hedge fund. So we just do credit hedge fund. Wait, could we res that? We'd be down on 1, then we do credit. No, we can't. So next turn. All right, so we're in the green. Rongi, what's up? Amina counter Rototurret? Yeah, it's called Rototurret Marcus Batty, and then you say criminal get dunked on. But their Amakua will deal with the Rototurret. You need like a Tithonium. All right, too bad pub. Our assets get trashed really cheaply. But Caddy is generally not fast enough considering how fast our deck can go. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I don't have faith in this one.
No, this one seems hard. They're in 14. There's a boomerang. We're going to get boomerang diversioned. Could have played around that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Cool. Gotta double ice that shit up. This is why Fairchild 3 is good too, but I guess I can always just pay 3 credits. In terms of a tempo play for them, it's not particularly good, right? Like it's 3 clicks and 3 credits to gain 5. Us losing money obviously is a big part of that interaction, but
yeah.
All right, punitive. It's gonna be hard for that to be good. They have a lot of money. I'm gonna res that, click 3, and then install. We can res the gatekeeper, it'll be pretty good. This is an Engram flush, which is kind of meaningful, but we really need to dig up to some extent. I think, do we just put a gatekeeper on HQ and go down to 4?
Yeah, I think so. Because we need to double ice HQ.
Well, they only have 1 more diversion, so I don't actually know if we have to. Like in theory, R&D is where all the agendas are, but it looks like we probably have some in HQ.
Yeah, I mean they're probably running embezzle as well, right? Like, or.
All right, they're gonna hit a gatekeeper and it's gonna fire. I think this is a pretty good res here. He says going down to 1 credit. Good. So res a gatekeeper. We're gonna fire on the broken subs. So we'll draw 3 cards. This will draw fully operational. Yeah, it does. And then we go shuffle 3 agendas in. So now, unfortunately, the Eli is a bit weak, but we have our fully operational, which is the economy card.
Yeah.
And we're in a pretty good spot. Again, on 1 credit. They probably should go trash the Malia. Like, they trash it for 1 credit with bad publicity. Oh, there's an Amina. Okay, well, we're going to be locked now. 1 and 4 into diversion made all of this happen. So we can't res anything to duck it. So now they're going to pay 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they gain 2 back. We lose 1. So this is really expensive. This is actually pretty okay for us. We won't get a fully operational trigger off of this remote. But now Gatekeeper is a huge liability to Amina because they break it for free and we lose 1.
Yeah, so we want to install over that at some point.
Yeah,
right?
or just ice it up. Maybe install over it, actually. I think you might be right. Do we fully operational for 5? I don't think we have to, because there's nothing we're doing with the money.
Are we going to drop again? Just take 3?
I think we just ice this up. Oh man, Victor's also going to be an issue. Oh, Victor they break for free as well. We're fucked. We have to hope they fuck up and hit punitive, which is honestly kind of possible considering how their money is going at this point. Yeah, might be okay. Right?
Yeah. No, this is gonna go fine. So we're gonna.
No, we could win this. Basically, we have to do fully operational to punitive, and we have only 1 credit, so we're gonna lose it. Wow, that might not have been smart.
Yeah.
Like they definitely should run gatekeeper to make us. Do you spend a click? Yeah, because they gain 1 and a scry, and we lose 1. Like there's no reason not to run gatekeeper. Oh, they have a gamble. That's good. I just why haven't they run this? Were they scared of road turret? Like this is so bad for us. But at least the Coinda. And if they trash this, our fully operational gets worse too. But I don't know if they need to trash this, considering we can't even res it. That's a reader. They trash it. Oh, our fully operational value.
Oh man.
Oh yes, yes. So if we do this, we'll gain 3, so it'll be on 4, so we can't. So I think we have to do...
Just take 3 credits.
Yeah,
right?
and throw out the gatekeeper. Wow, are we pod racing? Oh boy. Yeah, like they do this every turn. They gain a credit, we lose. Like we have to overwrite all our code gates. I think a drafter draw would be good. I can't believe they haven't trashed Malia.
Yeah, that is surprising at this point.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, do we install Ikoa project on top of Hagen? Then we do fully operational.
To gain 5?
To gain 4. No, 5, yeah. And then we can hedge fund out of that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So do we trash this or do we actually build a new remote? I feel like we don't trash this because there's already another liability.
Yeah, that's true. Like trashing it would just waste resources right now. I guess.
Yes, some ways.
I don't have much faith in that actually, but you know what? Let's do it.
Try spinning. That's a good trick. Sorry? Oh, wow. We actually can gain more money. So we're on 11 credits. It's an Ikoa, which will cost them 2 and a click. They have 6 off caddy. They still have to deal with this card, the Hagen. It will trash anything else. Yeah, Dirty Laundry is so good. They gain 4 credits, we lose 1. But like if we did it to the Victor, we'd also have to get rid of Gatekeeper. I think we probably should have done that actually.
Yeah.
They're only at 1 point. We can do this. Yeah, we can. It's just gonna be really slow, and we need them to fuck up. And the thing is, like, we're not going faster than Caddy in terms of outvaluing them. So like, we really have to keep a fully operational hand. I can't believe they haven't trashed Malia.
What do we have? That's an Engram.
Yeah, it's an Engram Flush, which is like obviously they don't know that, but Amina's pretty good to it. Maybe we add Rototurret to this deck. What are the trash program cards? It's like Owl. Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's Ichi.
Yeah, which is like not really. I think you keep the Dirty Laundry to the next turn. Right? Because like we lose the credit next turn, and you don't get the Paragon this turn. They're just basically playing that for 3 credits. I don't like that.
But it is bad against Amakua, that's true.
Yeah, it's really bad against Amakua. Oh, it's bad against Book Altar too, yeah. Clicking for a credit's a waste of time. We haven't seen a restricted card too. Like they could be on Gang Sign. They could actually just be on the current. I think we might. I don't know. It's gonna be a grind of a game. Like this is so annoying.
Ugh.
Colossus. Yeah, but in faction really. Saprix S2. Yeah, but we want to do something where we don't spend a lot of influence. Because like you just play Rototurret, Marcus Batty, I guess, if you really needed to. But you need to draw all that shit. Cool. All right. We'll draw it, set up another server. There, that's good.
Yeah.
We don't have to res it.
gain credit or fully operational?
I think we want to do fully operational to punitive.
Sure.
All right, that's 3 laundries out. Assassin's not good enough. Assassin, you have to pay money on top of paying money. Assassin got wildly outclassed pretty fast. Tier? Yeah, I guess tier, right? It is a Leela stream. This is like our 3rd or 4th Leela. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Why are they not doing anything? Why aren't they running essentials? We can't even res Coinda because like, we can't protect her. Because it's Leela? Yeah, I think you might be correct. Like, they don't have to. Caddy Jones at 15. Okay, so blanking her doesn't make that much sense anymore. All right, do we just draft her on top of the Hagen? Yeah.
Draft her on top? Yeah, sure. And then Coinda is that the Coinda server?
No, that's the Koa server.
Oh, it's the Koa server, yeah.
I don't think we're doing anything smart anymore. I'm just trying to end the game.
Yeah.
So they probably just go for a bounce here. All right, we get a drafter off. This is all our money, but at least drafter is really good. So fire and broken subs. So what is this? Add a card from archives to HQ. So we'll take a fully operational. Then it says we can install a card. So we'll install Jeeves into server 3. Unfortunately, we don't have a trigger here. Now we can spend all our money resing the Hagen.
I mean, that'd be good,
yeah, that's
right?
fine.
Yeah.
Because next turn we can do credit fully operational. Also, we have no money, so they're not going to get any Amina value, which is nice. Fully operational now is a lot of money. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, so 7 credit play once we click for 1. Digging for Fractor? Yeah, probably. But like, then why aren't they trashing Malia? We're in 0 credits and they have 2 bad pub. Also, a lot of criminals don't play Special Order anymore, which is buck wild. But I imagine that Leela, this Nintendo, Dom's Leela is a bit, might not be like strictly on meta, but might be a bit of an older type of a play style, considering he's back to the game. Yeah, why is he not trashing Malia?
I think you have a Special Order?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Fully opposite is 10, isn't it? 1 for playing. Oh yeah, you're right, it's 10. Yeah. Oh, there's a Begalter. Okay. Now they make money, I think, off running drafter. Yeah, I think they forgot about the Malia. I think they think it's permanently blanked. All right, so we're going to get some money back, and this is how strong fully operational is. Oh yeah, that's a card we can play. Credit, fully operational, gain 2, gain 2, gain 2, gain 2, gain 2. Woo, fair nice. And balanced. We worked for that, admittedly. Nice.
Why didn't you install Scorched Earth, not Scorched Earth, Urban Renewal first and then...
Oh, that's a really good play. Hold on. I goofed this. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to panic to get out of that hole.
Wait, did you get back your...
Yeah, now I did.
Yeah.
All right. We're back up there. They're on 20 credits plus 15 on caddy, so the punitives are going to be a bit tricky. There's a boomerang. They're going to boomerang that agenda, so they're going to go for it. So we probably have to pre-res some stuff. So we want them to get through this and trash some things. They just can't find their Fractor. A security blanket I never let go. Mine got away from me. Rip infiltration. Oh man. We actually might be able to punitive them, like assuming the riot suppression fires.
Yeah, if Dom doesn't use caddy...
Oh, never mind. Yeah, they have caddy. So they can bounce something here, so I'm going to go ahead and pre-res, I guess, Jeeves, because we want them to trash it. I'll pre-res both of these, because I think they'll spend more money trashing these. And if these are resed and in the remote server, they get us more value with the fully operational in hand. I never ever checked in fully. Do you even need infiltration anymore with Deuce's Wild and or falsified credentials?
Falsified credentials, yeah.
This is also going to cost them a click and 2 credits, so they basically have to take caddy last click. And they still, like, they're using boomerangs. They don't have an answer to Hagen, it doesn't seem. They're on game point, though, so we could lose. Bounce the Gatekeeper on HQ, that's fine. I don't think we'd have res that. Boomerang shuffles, they... look like they drew a card. Deuce of Wild's only ice? Yeah, so that and falsified is all you need. And they're running this, which means, haha, riot suppression. No, it means that we're gonna lose money. All right, so 14 credits. I don't think we have it. Wait, but we get another click back. No, there's no way we have it. Is there? So we can do fully operational and gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can install an ICOA project first, so we have 8. We make 9. Then we're at 17, and we have to double punitive. So no, seems like it's not going to happen.
Man, what? Yeah, I don't know how we.
I don't think we can. We're on game point. We just lost, and they still have 15 on credits on Caddy. Cool thing about Vacheron is like we can still punitive them off of a Vacheron. So I think we basically have to hope that they go all in on Vacheron.
So install Vacheron in server 4.
Yeah, double advance. If they bounce it, we lose anyways, unless they bounce another Vacheron. Yeah, man, so much of this was just off that single access off HQ. Like, it's such a wildly different game. It's a bummer. They're doing it. I don't know if this actually costs them money, but yeah, boomerang for days. That's all they need. I would love for them actually to play a Crota and break things with money. That would have been way better for us. So they break this for 2.
Oh, good night.
Oh yeah, Jessica, 4 a.m. Get some sleep. Thanks for dropping by. So it's a Vacheron. It looked like we were hoping they didn't have the boomerang or the access to breaker. Paragon also gets another credit, so they're probably gonna end up with more money. But they still haven't seen the punitives yet, and they don't win, but they do get a bounce. Man, the fact that it breaks, I guess if this was 4 strength, would be breaker, but like they get through Fairchild for 2 credits. There's just so much stuff.
Yeah. So are they just going to take money off of Caddy and then sit there for 3 turns? And
well, they still have to stop us from winning. So they need to find more boomerangs or a breaker.
But we can't possibly get... I think Dom knows we can't possibly get to 7 points.
Yeah, I know. Like in 3 turns. So they have to die.
Yeah.
If they take Caddy, we concede.
All right.
They didn't take Caddy. We haven't drawn a single Maryland. Well, that's it, huh?
Install it and take it, or concede?
I think we concede. So we do fully operational. We can gain a 7. So again, we're on 13. Yeah, we can't even single punitive them. Seems like the problem with the ice here is that you're basically on gear check ice, but your win con depends on taxing them out. I don't think it's entirely that, Walloon. The thing is, like, generally your tempo is good enough where it's gear check and a mix of gear check and taxing ice that as you can go horizontal in the early to mid game, they can't keep up with you, and then they have to do something crazy to stop you from snowballing out of control with fully operational. We're not using fully operational to snowball. We're using fully operational to recover, and I think there's some bigger issues that we didn't actually install a server in a remote until like turn 7, or that our code gates can be broken for us losing money and not them. So yeah, I think there's bigger issues, but I think the ice suite isn't terrible. Hey, good game. Fully out punitive 2x to concede. Yeah, that's in theory, but we don't want to show Dom what we're playing, just so if we run into Dom again that we can't. Deck seems cool. That early diversion cost the whole game. Whole game. 1 agenda in 4. It went downhill from there. That's a bummer. Yeah. It's also, for what it's worth, like this 3-1 does not help us in any really meaningful way, unfortunately. It's actually probably pretty bad, because if we had another 3-pointer, we had another punitive window. Not that we had it at the time, but like we could play fewer ice and have more punitive win cons. We did punitive someone on a 1-pointer though, so count it. Yeah, I didn't have plays to make. Just click for creds.
And I think it was still the best idea not to res the gatekeeper.
Yeah, anyway. Like I think the 1 and 4 is just the worst case scenario by a huge margin, but it's unlikely. Hey, thanks for the game, eh? Mind if I play you next? No, not at all. Do you want to host? We'll join. Next Diamond's a nice in decks like this. Next Diamond is okay. It's really expensive. The brain damage and I don't even know the other sub routine doesn't really do anything. And we can't really pay 10 for an ice when we want to punitive them. I'd rather run it res a tier like 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, movable. If you host, we'll join. If you're just tuning in, this is Pat on top of the intro overlay. Why is that button not working? The intro overlay? The intro overlay. There you go.
Yeah. What? I can't see it.
It looked really sweet.
Oh, man, I bet it did. Yeah, are you going to tweak the
No,
deck?
we'll probably do one more. Kills programs, though? Yeah, but how good is killing programs? Against Shaper, it's meaningless. Against Anarchs, it's meaningless. It's only good against criminals. Like, killing programs is really bad right now. Surprise Brainstorm, yeah, that's also could be fun. But, like, the problem with Surprise Brainstorm is it's not fun. I don't have fun when somebody runs into a Brainstorm and loses the game because they didn't have a killer. Like, I didn't do anything smart. Hey, thanks, you too. Yeah. And also it just feels bad for the opponent to be like, oh, okay. It's like running into a June bug. On JNet, you're like, oh, I don't care. Opening hand, we can do better than this. We have the Maryland.
Yeah, I was going to say we can mulligan that.
All right, that's interesting.
That's fine.
So they wanted to play against us. Hashiko, I've seen a lot of Apocalypse Hashiko, and I don't think we stand a chance against Apocalypse Hashiko. Okay, that opening hand is a bit rubbish, but at least we can jam out the early SDC. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's try it. Get to 1 point early and then just need to
we do Haggett, right? Not a Gatekeeper.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
And
Gatekeeper.
We could advance this once to set up the kill switch play, or we could just play kill switch here. But then it makes it a 1 and 2 in HQ.
You don't want to ice HQ?
Why? Oh yeah, Hashiko gets accesses. Yeah. Okay. Nah. I don't care. Do we care?
All right, let's do kill switch.
Junebug was way more fun in person or in voice chat. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
In person, playing traps is way more fun than online because you can have fun with it. All right, Hashiko wants to get the access again. It's a 1 and 2, and we can spend a lot of money to get a brain damage. It's a Gatekeeper, Karma. Traps in general is so much more fun in person. Yeah, by a huge margin. Mining accident. I think we take the bad pub. It's pretty bad for an asset deck, but at least their money is going down. Like, it's hard for them to play anything out of 3 credits. Oh. Okay. 2 bad pub? No. Oh, we can't res the Hagen. Oh, what was I thinking? 5 is a lot of money for our deck. But no matter what, they're going to take a brain damage. Oh, wait, no, they're going to draw. They're going to get a fucking link. Shit! Shit! And the credits. Oh, that's kind of rough. Should have probably just let the brain damage through. Okay, so we need to click to 4. We probably want to get the Maryland down. We could score this to remove their hand size, and then it'll be trace 3, and they have to spend 2 credits. But then we go down to 0, so I don't think we do that. I think we can draw once up. We can do Maryland Gatekeeper on the remote, and then we just put Eli in HQ. I think we have to click for credit for sure. Yeah, we have to click for credit. Otherwise, we can't res the Hagen.
Yeah.
Man, double binding accident as well.
Yeah. First turn. That's rough.
Yeah, it's not something you totally expect, but that's why you hedge fund turn 1. Kill switch. All right, they got it. So it's trace 3. They have 3, so we're not going to boost them. They have to end up spending money, and then we can protect this one. Unfortunately, it's going to go. So let's see if they actually ends up spending all their money. Oh, they have bad publicity too, so it's even easier. And link. So they only spent 2 credit, 1 real credit on that. Oh man, it feels stupid. Man, tech startup in Somalia would be a lot of fun. Accessing again?
Yeah, that's great.
So now the problem is that they win. We have a very small. Oh, I guess the Vacheron makes it larger, but our punitive window is a lot smaller because they, in theory, can win in 2 agendas. Wait, what's up? All right, if we res this, they get money. I think we have to. It's past 11. Yeah. Oh, I see where this is going. I don't want to res this. Their money is really bad. Ignore the draw last click. Ooh, we could do credit archives for hedge fund to hedge fund. Is that good? No, we can't even. Yeah, we could do that. Did we do that? I think we do that.
I was about to say, I'm not transformed back into a pumpkin. Yeah, well, this time I live a lot closer to where I'm streaming from, so don't have to take an Uber home.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Do we pull the hedge fund, dude?
You want to pull a hedge fund with an archive?
Yeah, but then they get the pad tap anyways. I think we just...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we probably should have given 1 just to get the Maryland rolling. It's 2 clicks to gain 4 and lose archives feel bad. Yeah, it's not amazing, but like we needed to dig out. The fact that they have pad tap is even better, even worse, excuse me. All right, they click for 3. And they threw in a Black Orchestra, which deals with this pretty well. That's a problem with Victor, but I guess it's the same with everything else. So if we res this, they go up. Yeah, I think we need to res this. And then we can... Oh, we have another kill switch. So we can either trash the pad tap, which I think is better, and then we'll be down to 3 credits and we can just click up, which is enough to protect most of our stuff. This is a really unfortunate start as well. We did not blast off. The last couple of games, we blasted the hell off. And right now we're just crawling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a tech startup would be good. Some other bursty con, I'm not sure what.
Ma.
Ooh, Ma.
Okay, well, we're fucked. Why do they want to queue against us?
I think they wanted to put us through the ultimate test.
Ma casts Sashika. Okay, well, we can't do anything against Ma. I think we're going to have a really hard time with this game. Okay, at least their economy is shit. I guess we play this before we lose it, and then we lose the archived.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then next turn, we basically have a chance to, in theory, if they end their turn with 1 card, they die. No, wait, we can do 3 brain damage. Coinda into self-destruct chip into brain rewiring, or whatever this is called, kill switch. We can do 3 damage. We lost our archive, but of course we're gonna. Now we're gonna have to play with 1 card in hand, which is so bad with Asa. So bad with Asa.
Yeah.
We win!
Oh my god, they're gonna let it happen.
We've just won! We just score self-destruct chips and we win.
Okay, so
we don't even need a res. Wow. Wait, no, this doesn't do damage. No, so we have to res the Quinda. We still win.
Yeah.
We have to pay 2 on this. No, we're short of credit. No, we'll make money off of Maryland, and we should have the money off Maryland. No, we have this. We have this. We have this. Oh my god. 1 brain damage. We got 2 credits. Oh no, we're short. We're short credits because we don't have enough to boost the trace. No, the trace is trace 3. Oh man, how does this keep happening? How is Coinda so good? Oh shit! Ah! The exact cards, Lamel, right? Oh man. Coinda has been twice 3 credits to do 1 brain damage. It's been so cool. I can't believe they tried to Moz. 3 out of 4 times it works every time. Oh, it's good. It's good. Unless they have a billion credits. But their economy sucked. Like, their economy was really rough. And a lot of that was they paid 6 credits for Ma. They needed some operation to punish me. Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one that will do that. It's scarier than Jateki. Yeah, that's another thing I want to do is I want to start trying to play Argus more like PE than like the tempo deck it is by playing
tempo meet damage.
Yeah, I want to try doing that more, like install advance and stuff like that. I think there's some really cool things you can do. Yeah, that was nice. Yo, Bertipur, how's it going? Hey, thanks for the game, eh? Heartbeat required? Yeah, Heartbeat technically can get around it. I know they're dead, but their max hand size now is 2. Wait, how is it 2? Obviously, the brain damage. Yeah, it's 2. Oh, wow, that's so buck wild. Pat, how are you doing on time? You have one more?
Yeah, I've got one more.
Let's do one more.
What are we, Thursday?
Yeah. Oh, do we tune the deck? I can't take out the 1-pointers now because they've been winning us games.
Yeah, I think adding a tech startup.
Okay. And we'll drop a Jeeves.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, we need to get more draw on this deck. How do we get Rashida? Two brain and SDC.
Do we
Yeah,
need the
that's a silly way
Nastix?
for me to die. Yeah, totally. Nastix is good for money, but it's in theory the combo that has not happened yet. But we can make it more reliable. I feel like the Jeeves is just cuttable. Like we've never fired Jeeves in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
I feel like also fuck the ride suppression.
Yeah, the right suppression's never going to come
Okay,
through.
so 3 Rashida.
3 Rashida.
Oh, we don't have the maximum hand size thing, so we won't play Violet. We'll just do Rashida. Yeah, that was really silly.
Yeah.
Big fan, though. It's really cool to see that happen. Ride suppression out because of no Gs and a 4-2. Yeah, exactly. Ride suppression is good with 4-2s. It's also good with 5-3s and Jeeves, but the fact that we cut half the package means the other half has to go with it.
Hyperloops for 1-pointers? Not in this deck.
I think if anything to make the deck better, we would cut the 1-pointers and just run more 3-pointers. So we have fewer agendas because all we do is play against Leela, and it just means punitive is online more often. And then we probably can play SSLs or something that gives us more money and helps with punitive. Oh, 2 shortage. You only play that with 3-2s, but you probably don't play that. Apex in the wild. Okay, so 2 things that we're scared against. We're scared against Heartbeat. We can't win against Heartbeat, and we're really scared. Oh, they're teching against us, or the Apocalypse. So yeah, against Heartbeat, we don't have a play. We really can't do anything. You can't do punitive. You can't do anything. So Heartbeat just kind of like I played net damage against Apex. It's like legitimately no fun. His hand is not aggressive enough, right?
No, we need something faster.
All right, early Coinda. That wasn't it. And we're weak to Apocalypse. I don't think we have any really good end the run subroutines. Oh, this is an end the run. This is an end the run, so I don't think they actually play their breaker. Anyone in chat knows if Forma Carry makes the runner have to pay for Kaya Baker twice? Yeah, Antoine, it does. It definitely does. It's pretty gross. All right, do we jam at Quinda? Yeah, why not?
Do we? Yeah. Let's start.
We'll put it in front of Hagen.
Sure.
Drafter R&D. We should have drawn once, actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to feel stupid doing it now, so I'm not going to. I think we'll just put Drafter R&D credit.
I feel like Drafter's better in front of HQ, but...
Oh, you're right. But like right now, HQ, if they run it, we're fine. Oh, DreamNet, there you go. Marissa's not been on APOC recently with their Apex, but who knows? Been playing the Drip Econ Big Rig version. Okay, so that looks like it. Do we res Coinda? I think we have to wait for a single money card before we can pay 3 for this.
Yeah, let's not res Quinda yet.
And we can't blank virtuals, so our Malias are totally blank against Apex. We have been so hard teched. All right, we'll draw. All right, that's good. That's exactly why we didn't do the thing last turn. So we can draw once more and play Hedge Fund. They're definitely going to run HQ this turn to get their DreamNet, which is a credit and a card, which is better than doing any of their basic abilities. Besides, they do risk interaction. They have Reaver, which... What does that mean? Pawn Shop? Maybe they're on Pawn Shop. Croter's out. Okay, so our Hagen's got a lot worse, but our Hagen's would have eat the Reavers. They just don't have the money. Gachapon, show Devil Charm, Heartbeat, Reaver, Assimilator, Heartbeat. So Assimilator means that they're on probably Boomerang and Aesop's Pawn Shop. So we might have some legs. Oh, that's a really good access. Or a really good card there. Dirty Laundry, draw. Chopbot 3000, trash a card, install. Okay, so we'll res our Quinda. We'll be annoying. I don't know why this is not automated, but I imagine it's because no one plays this card. And so they don't actually have to put automation. All right, so find the Heartbeat. They removed 1 from the game. So there's only probably 1 or if not 2 Heartbeats, but yeah, I don't know. Pawn Shop is really strong when they have Reboot for Archive, so Icing Up Archives has a point, but we need to wait. And they spent 1 credit on that, which is great. Oh, that's actually really good too. So...
Yeah, that's starting to...
Yeah.
Actually.
So we'll draw up. We'll protect this. We'll do it with an Eli. And I think we just ice up Archives. I'm worried about Reboot. It's Archives or HQ.
If you're worried about Reboot, then we might as well...
But they don't have 5 cards for Reboot yet, so I guess we do HQ first.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's good.
We'll do Gatekeeper HQ. Gatekeeper's good for their moat. We'll put Hagen HQ, so they have to break it or they lose their Reaver. Man, this thing's so annoying. Trace 1, Trace 2, Trace C. Like, if they don't get their Heartbeat down, they're going to have to eat that damage. Face down card installed with their ability. Mind you, they do have an ability. It's not just a punishment. They can install a face down card at the top of their turn. Why would they do that? Chop bot, boomerang, stuff like that. Ooh, boomerang the remote. If we never res this ice, they can't get value out of it. I guess they just chop bot it. Oh, that's fine. We don't res Eli.
Yeah, it's okay.
They will get a card and a credit off the successful run, and the boomerang is locked down on our remote with a pad campaign in it, so whatever. Oh, this didn't scroll. I played against someone who was using this type of HB, but they were running Cerebral Overrider. Rash, I don't know if I said hey. Yeah, I could see it. I'm not a big fan of traps online too much. But Mushin is kind of cool with Asa Group, because you can Mushin Ice and Advance, so you can jam Vanity projects. It's a Nassix. Yikes, Nassix is okay. No yikes there. Reaver draw a card. Why does Reaver draw a card?
Because it's an installed card.
Oh, they trashed it. I didn't realize they trashed it. They're down at 0. Okay, it looks like Kawinda goes through. Interesting.
How can you brain damage something that has no brain?
Oh, this is an installed card. So we trashed a reboot. Hey, 15 credits.
Skill.
Wow, okay. The urban renewal is something we need to get protected, and that actually forces out a heartbeat and can force such cards. The thing is, like, we're not a preemptive deck, so we can't actually trash too much of their stuff. Like, like we can't grind them out, I mean. All right, so I think we're just gonna go new remote, new remote. We'll put this behind the gatekeeper, and then we run out of clicks, so I guess we'll just put this in server 1. And what do we pull with this? Another Kawinda?
Oh, that'd be good.
They have what? They're gonna have not a lot of money here, so it looks like their econ did dry out. Do we pull another Kawinda? New headset. I don't recall you rocking one. I've actually had this one for a bit. Oh man, hold on. This is a SteelSeries headset. This is a gift from a viewer who I just never want to fuck the name up. They sent this over. They work on the esports stuff for SteelSeries in Europe, and it's I've never had a headset this nice. It's hella good. It's really, really, really nice. I'm a huge fan. Maybe, yeah, I think we might get Rashida's or Kawinda. Probably Rashida's. We cut the Jeeves, unfortunately, so we can't get the Jeeves.
Can you get a Rashida with?
You can, but you can't fire it because it hasn't been installed at top of turn.
Right.
So it looks like they're trying to get their assimilator down to get their pawn shop up. So we'll res the urban renewal, we'll res the tech startup, and we'll just see what we can get with this. Like, our money is not good, but we do have a fully operational, and like punitive is something that we could play into. Somalia will blank their pawn shop once it's up, which is will shut down most of their economy. We can get another urban renewal, right?
Oh,
that's a shithead thing to do. They won't be synced, which is annoying. I guess we get a Kawinda, don't we?
I'm not sure. Like, as soon as they put down Heartbeat, Kawinda is useless.
Yeah.
But Malia isn't. Like, Malia could be a real.
Yeah, but they see it. I think we'll do a Rashida.
Okay.
We have 2 Malias. Oh, we can ice this up. We could have done new remote. That would have actually been cool. All right, so I think we fully operational up to draw 2, then gain money. And then hopefully we get a play. Yeah, there we got the Malia. And then we can do this into a new remote with, wait. Oh, this fucking ate our ability. Oh, that's really annoying.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, well.
Okay, whatever. So if they're holding up to, like, maybe they want to have 4 cards in hand to not die, we can do Malia into Urban Renewal. Chopbot trash to face down DreamNet. I think we want the drafter on archive soon enough. I'm gonna go res this because they know what it is. So I guess they can't falsify it. Install the card face down. There's the reboot that we were like worried about. And so it gives them chopbot value. So that we probably just wanted to install the drafter. We could have left this uniced. I think we fucked up because reboot is so much value when it comes to chopbot. Like that's 5 credits and 5 cards. Like free card draws.
Yeah. But Reaver is not every time an installed card is trashed, right? It's just the first
Yeah,
time.
but I'm assuming they're going to use these to chop bots. So every turn they trash a card, draw another card, gain a credit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Abigail and Devil Charm. But they're down to 1 credit, so this is a gatekeeper. They can Devil Charm this, so I don't know. Do we draft her this? I don't know. We res the Coinda. It goes through.
Yeah, for sure. Man, where's the heartbeat?
Yeah, I don't know. They did remove 1 from the game. Do we spend 1 of this trace? Yeah, probably. Probably.
Yeah.
They're down to 3 hand size. Devil Charm for Prey? Oh yeah, Devil Charm Prey is going to be really scary, you're right. At least that gets cards out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Oh! I thought she was Trace 1. Thank you.
Yeah, I forget that she starts
Yeah,
at 0.
you don't see a lot of Trace Zeros on Corp cards. So they have to take a random damage. Pick a number. 2. Yeah, whatever. Honor system. They discarded a Prey. Got him. Okay, so we'll trash Quinda. We'll fire Rashida to make some of that money back. We can... Okay, that's some really good draws, actually. We don't have anything for Putative to hit, but they're going to try and trash this, so we want to ice this up, ideally, if we can. And this will do damage. Like, they need to draw up. Unfortunately, they clicklessly draw 2. If they get the Prey down, obviously, it's fine. I don't actually know if we need the Asa ability.
No, we just install on existing servers, right?
Server 1, server 4. And we got to find an agenda to start scoring at some point. All right, they have 3 hand size. Again, still haven't seen a heartbeat just yet, but they have a lot of click compressed draws here. Again, putting that thing on archives would have been so good. It also has like hit points as well. So if they can trash those cards to damage for heartbeat, but like we don't have infinite damage. It's not like we have Kakugo or PE or whatever. Like once we play our punitives, once we play our 2 urban renewals, we have nothing else. And our 2 Quindas have fired. Oh, we actually have very little credits. I don't even think we have enough to res both of these. Oh, we exactly do.
Oh, well, that's because we were smart.
They're running the Eli just to get a card and a credit. It's better than drawing, clicking for credit. It makes sense. They could run archives as well. All right. They found the heartbeat. Stim hack. All right. Well, I think we just res the drafter. That brings a Quinda back, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And they're taking 1 more brain damage. That's
you're right. And they're going to have to discard cards. So we res the drafter. I think this fires. I don't think they have an MK Ultra. All right. Ooh, such a strong card. Add 1 card from archives to HQ. So we're definitely going to get the fully op.
Drafter's been doing
it
a
really
lot of work
has. There's not a lot of... It's not like people like respect it anymore. It's just not good enough. All right. What do we put in the remote? Do we put Quinda? We can do Nasix for the combo. We don't have enough upfront money, actually, so maybe we do Quinda. Unfortunately, we don't have a double install. Whatever. So I'm not going to res this, because then they get the 6 strength and they pray or whatever. Does Reaver off of Boomerang? Does Reaver fire off Boomerang? Do you trash an installed card? Yeah, I guess it does. That's cool.
Yeah.
I trash this.
But it wouldn't this turn. They've already trashed
Yeah,
chocolate,
exactly.
Right?
So they took a gamble for brain damage. They're on 2 hand size. If we can draw an agenda, we're in a good spot. We can't res... Oh, we could res the Coinda. How many Quinda brain damage? Okay, that Quinda will stay for next turn, right? Because we'll draw ice to protect it.
Yeah. We have to do the Maryland.
Yeah, definitely want to res the Maryland. And obviously, it's good to go. Okay, too many cards. This will lower their hand size, which actually makes things pretty difficult, but they are good at drawing up. They only have 3 credits as well. So, like, what do we do? Do we install the 3-1 and then just do fully operational, install the 5-3 in server 1 and hope they run it?
So, install the 3-1, install 5-3, and then fully operational?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we can do double charm score it. Okay, fully operational. Gain 2, gain 2, gain 2, gain 2. I thought it'd be 1 more. I don't think we need 2 currents, unfortunately, because eventually it'll be dead because of heartbeat. Install fully up. Yeah, totally. They still have to deal with this. Their money isn't amazing right now. Like, they haven't got their what's assimilator pawn shop combo. If they're on that, we haven't seen a restricted card. I'm assuming they are.
They have 18 cards left. I'm surprised we haven't seen that.
They removed a heartbeat. Shouldn't put Quinn in the boomerang server? I don't know, actually, if we should have. Because this we can ice up with something else. You're right, if we put it in the boomerang server, we would have got more for fully operational, yeah, for the fully op value. Yeah, you're totally right about that. I was hoping that we'd draw an ice and put on that. I didn't think we'd draw 2 agendas. Like, I thought we would do ice, this, and something else, but we had a better play.
Yeah.
Yo, fully op is dope. Yeah, fully op is just a crazy card. It's so good. It's like, the more I'm thinking about this, the closest this is to like Estelle Moon, like a more balanced Estelle Moon, because you can't just acid spam, you have to acid and ice spam, which is arguably better with Asa. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's very card intensive, so you need a bit more card draw. And I'm glad the Rashidas have been so good. Imagine we did Rashida. Unfortunately, that reboot's happening again. Yeah.
I mean, if they don't have heartbeat yet, then they didn't even fully use the previous reboot.
Yeah, they did not. Coinda. Trace 0, let's go. And the problem is like their hand size is 2, so like they get a lot of draw off of like DreamNet and everything else, and they have to throw that shit out. So they just installed the simulator, but they're down to 0, so it looks like we're gonna get off this brain damage with Coinda. Oh my!
And we have to use
fucking god. Right? Sorry.
And we have to use it this turn because they might flip a heartbeat for all we know.
I think we know what all these cards are. None of them are heartbeat. It was Stimhack, DreamNet, Chopbot, Consume. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget they come from the heap.
Trace 1 for brain damage. They're 1 hand size. We hit a wasteland. Imagine. Oh, they're gonna be on 0 hand size. So if we score SDC, if we had another click, we could have done a kill switch. Do we want to just put them on 0 hand size?
Yes, absolutely.
I like how you think. If we had one more click, we would have won the game. Even if we had a Jeeves, if this was a Jeeves, we would have won the game.
Can you hover over kill switch? I must be misunderstanding something.
Kill switch?
So how would we?
Because Trace 3 do a brain damage, and then they would have been at negative hand size.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that triggers off of score as well. Yeah.
Like their hand size would have been -1, and we would have won. Raj and I made a Quinda deck that was not bad. It was Jinja CI. You need Jeeves. Yeah, we just cut it, though. We cut it because it honestly wasn't doing a lot. Oh, we have to discard down to 5. I think the Victor is a bit worse. Yeah, they have 0 hand size.
That's great.
Chopbot trashing a laundry. And like, it's so easy for us to punitive them. Admittedly, they probably have heartbeat, so it will be impossible. But yeah.
But with 0 hand size, like, there's not much.
Yeah, they need heartbeat or they lose. And if they get heartbeat, we probably do lose. Like, I don't think we have anything until we draw Malia and blank their Aesops. But they have to throw out all these fucking cards. Like, it's so hard. And they have a way to break everything besides sentries. This Hagen isn't amazing. Run archives. Okay, that's a card and a credit. We also just see what we threw out, which gives them information. And there's the heartbeat. Fuck! They just drew the heartbeat! If we score this, they die.
If we score that, they die.
I wish we had a single biotic, but the chance of this happening is so low. So we'll do server 3, advance event server 1. Oh wait, they have no money.
What about kill switch?
Oh, but kill switch, they just prevent the damage with heartbeat.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We'll put this on server 3. We'll just do advance events. Like, they have no money. They'll start with a very little money, and then if we score this, we win the game. I think we have to wait until their turn. I don't know what happens. Do you just lose if you have negative hand size? What's the other ice on server 3? It's 2 gatekeepers.
Yeah, do they lose automatically when their hand size is -1? Or
I don't know. Gachapon, Boomerang, Dirty Laundry, Hunted Grounds, Turning Wheel. So they remove a turning wheel, which is their win condition, and a hunting grounds, which doesn't matter. The runner's flatlined immediately if they suffer more damage than they have cards in hand. The runner also flatlined at the beginning of their discard phase, their hand size. Yeah, so they have a whole turn. I learned that from a Valley Grid deck. Yeah, you have to wait until the end of the turn.
Oh yeah, Valley Grid. I
think Valley Grid is definitely playable right now. Thanos was talking about a Valley Grid deck to me. That's like, you know, Valley Grid with the Jinteki Biotech, the do 2 damage. That seems really fun. Oh, there's Nanotech. Maybe installing this ice baited them into it, because if they score that, I don't think you have a way to win. Yo, Terrence, what's up? Happy Thursday. How you doing?
Happy Thursday.
All right, so they can break everything. I think installing the card on server 3 kind of made it obvious that's an agenda. I'm like so happy that this card that we added to the deck, which we've decided is the worst card, has been actually really good for us. All right, so if we res Hagen, they will trash it. Well, we won't res it. And if they steal this, we win the game.
Yeah, because they'll be down one click and...
We have one turn to hold on. Sorry if I clapped way too hard into the microphone right there. Hand size, -1. They have 4 clicks to figure it out. And we have Vacherons and Ikoas.
Yeah. They need to get... And we only have 2 of these 3-1s, right?
Yes.
So, he got it.
Yeah, probably. Oh man, I can't believe we were able to kill a fucking heartbeat deck.
Yeah.
I tried to do Slay the Spire game and it seems okay. Beyond that, I've completely lost track of time and days. They're all merging like slimes. Aw, sorry to hear, Terrence. Slay the Spire is really great.
Like, yeah, Slay the Spire is great. There are a lot of games like Slay the Spire out that I haven't tried many of them, but like I'm interested in trying a Slay the Spire-esque game.
In the Humble Bundle, there is Stargate, so I think we're fine. In the Humble Bundle, there is a it's a game that looks like a lot like Darkest Dungeon, but I think it's about the Nazi occupation of Poland, is my guess.
Oh wow.
I want to give that a shot. I hope it's tasteful. I don't think we res. I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't matter. We got it.
I love when Andre gets super excited about a score and slow advances the agenda. You can't fuck it up. They trashed Amalia. They saw Amalia, Maryland Hedge Fund. There is no way we lose this game. They're going here on Hagen. They can access. They can't steal anything.
Oh yeah, Monster Train. I heard that was interesting. I heard that was cool.
This War of Mine? No, it's not this War of Mine, actually. It's something else. A good game. Oh man, that was a nuts one. Yo, our play where we like install advance and score, put the winning agenda in the other remote.
Yeah, that was great.
That was dope. Oh man, I don't think this deck will have a lot of legs against anything that is just got. Yeah, if we didn't sneak out the 3-1, you 100% win.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless money runs out on the remote for some reason. My only win con is damage. Yeah. It's different and complex enough to hold my interest for now, which is more I can say for most other Slay the Spire clones. Monster Train just came out today. I'll look into that. Made by Brian from Sansan. I got a Slimes comment.
Cool. Yeah, we did check out Monster Train.
Another game came out actually that I thought was interesting looking for people that might care about Netrunner to some extent. Let me see if I can find what it is. It's on my recommended, but it was like this top-down hacker planning game look. Not observation. What is it? Shit, if someone knows what this is. I don't know if it's good. Apparently like pre-release copies have been out for a while. How do I see all new releases? Is this button, I reckon? It just came out today. Popular no releases. How do I just see all the new releases? Steam, how do you work? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Fuck, Chex Quest HD is out. See more popular new releases. How do I just see unpopular new releases? How do I just see new releases?
Yeah, there should be an easy way to do that. Let me see on my end.
Hold on, we'll figure it out. Invisible Ink feels in line with Netrunner. Invisible Ink is dope. If you haven't played Invisible Ink and you play Netrunner, you probably should. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I know what this is.
I know this isn't related, but I'm looking forward to the Mortal Kombat DLC that drops next week.
What is it?
It's story DLC. Like, the story was the best part of Mortal Kombat 11. It's like stupid and cartoony and very much like a comic book, but the fact that they're adding story DLC makes me really excited.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't find this. Oh, I found it. It's called Cyber Ops. That's a terrible name. I think the SEO in Cyber Ops is brutally bad. So this came out today. I don't know if it's good. The reviews haven't come in yet from what I've seen, but it looks exactly like the kind of thing that people might care about this sort of game. Like, it's some sort of planned hacking, top-down, whatever game. I'll let y'all know in a week whether this is good or not.
Andre, did you and I ever play Frozen Synapse?
No, we never played. Oh, yeah, we did. I think we actually did play a couple games against each other.
Okay,
this
cool.
does remind me a lot of Frozen Synapse.
Yeah. Net shocking. The only fighting game I play is Mortal Kombat 11, and like, I'm decent at it. Like, my score at the end of each season is like better than 50-50, but I'm not going to say I'm great at it. And I want to get better at fighting games in general, because like Mortal Kombat 11 has really taught me how to be better at this kind of game.
I feel like there's this huge window into like fighting games that, you know, it's a thing that you appreciate only if you're good at it. Otherwise, like, you button mash and you just don't understand what's what. And I feel like there's a couple games I've heard of that are like more approachable, things that like simplify stuff. Like, I would play a fighting game if the special moves were closer to Super Smash Bros. Than they are like half circles and Street Fighter stuff, just because I don't want to be able to not compete, or at least like on a shitty level, because I can't do this consistently. Like, it sucks, and for accessibility as well, I reckon. But I don't know. Chat was telling me how to find the new releases, and I totally missed it. Thank you, chat. Gotta get into the frame data for FGC. What is FGC?
Fighting game community, game something.
Tekken 7 in the Humble Bundle. I think you want to try another fighting game. Yeah, I played Tekken back on PlayStation 2. That's all right. I think if I play any fighting game though for fun, it would probably be Mortal Kombat. Or obviously Super Smash Bros, but whatever. Andre, you play Sekiro, you're good. Yeah. Thank you. Rivals of Aether gets you good at Smash so quickly. I've played Rivals of Aether, and I felt the way that it controlled was so different than Smash. If you want to play something that is on PC that's similar to Smash, and I'd argue in some ways is better than Smash, try Roof Rage.
Oh yeah, we had.
Oh my god, Roof Rage has like really, really good game feel.
Yeah, I haven't played that since we first tried that like a year ago.
Yeah.
But if it's improvable, I'd be interested in trying that
It's
again.
fully released. I think they added a couple more characters, and they do a lot of balance stuff. It's obviously like a smaller team, but like the fighting feel in this game, because the moves are like kind of Dark Souls-ish, where like they take a while. When you connect a hit on a fast-moving target, it takes a while. It is something else.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's 11:50. Pat, thanks for dropping by, dude.
Yeah, I was happy to be here. Glad to play some games with you and see the chat.
Yeah, like always good to hang out. We'll be doing something together soon. We'll make some cool content, right? We got some ideas.
Yeah, we'll do something interesting.
Yeah.
What did you want to do that next month or next week?
I need to talk to the person, and then I'll get back to you.
Okay, cool. Because Thursday is also my RPG day, so we have to kind of plan around that. But
actually, that's a good segue into some bookkeeping. I'll be streaming this weekend on Sunday, more likely than Saturday. So if you want to follow on YouTube, hopefully we'll get that working, or Twitch, you'll get a notification. Excuse me, when we go live. On top of that, we have a game night kit on this Tuesday. So it's just like the videos. We have a pretty good turnout. We had 14 people last week. We've had even more before. But the idea is it's free. You show up at 6:45 Eastern. You get an opponent for 3 rounds. It's good times. There's not real prize support, but like, who gives a fuck? It's a nice way to meet people and play. I highly recommend it if you get in on that. You just need to join the Discord for Montreal, the Montreal Netrunner Discord. There's a link that was posted in one of the last videos. Unfortunately, I don't have one on hand. I'll post one on Sunday. I'll get that there if you can. Yeah, that's all. And then hopefully Pat, yeah, oh fuck yeah, hopefully you're doing well, and take care.
Yeah, you too. All right, have a good night.
Yeah,
everybody.
thanks everyone for dropping into here, everybody playing games, everyone in chat, everyone watching the VOD. We'll get this VOD up on YouTube in just a while, and otherwise take care. We'll see you on the weekend hopefully. Ciao.
Bye.